Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Get your seats, get all settled, get your snacks, get your drinks. We're gonna hop right in, baby. Hello. If you haven't been here before, welcome to my archives. This is where I chronicle and log all the different stories that I learned from all of our different guests. Tonight's guest, we have somebody very special. Really? You want to come join me?
My God. I'm gonna guess that this is the right position.
Little bit up.
Okay. Look at that.
Little bit up.
Okay.
Wait, there you go. Easy.
Did I get bigger?
You did get bigger.
What has happened?
It's okay, you're just getting adjusted in your seat.
Yeah. I'm just like situating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I tried to make all my chairs nice and comfy for my guests. I hope you like it.
I do.
I'm glad. So, from a galaxy far, far away, she is the alien idol of your heart, overflowing with talent and hard work, and with a love of questionable men. The spotlight is always happy to shine on her, the one and only Miss Aurelia Cassiopeia.
Can't hear me.
Can't hear you. This is a travesty. You are all the way up.
I'm talking into my microphone.
I'm turning my system. Yeah, it's always very quiet. Why? Why? Hold on. I'm turning you up as much as I can on everything that I have. So why?
I don't know, I can't see your setup, but is your desktop audio thing turned down in OBS?
In OBS, it should be all the way up, pretty much.
Okay, I don't know.
I don't know. You're yeah. Is
I don't know.
it something you can turn up on your end? I will also turn my music down. Yeah. Yeah. That's karaoke.
Yeah, my throat is so trashed right now. My input volume is all the way up.
Okay. You're all the way up on my end on everything that I can put you up. Let me see. Getting slightly louder. Maybe you have to talk really close to your mic. Oh, if you're talking now,
Cut
you're...
off in Discord.
Yeah.
Oh shit. California girls. I already said my audio input's all the way up.
Yep. That's such a... It's a great question. I genuinely don't know. Let me try... Hold on, let me try something.
California girls.
California. Still quiet, but a bit better. Yeah, it's... I'm pretty sure it's something on me, but I don't know what it is, because literally everything that I have is turned up.
Whoa, California girls were undeniable. Fine fresh beers, we got it online.
West Coast represent. Now put your hands up.
Except they're VTubers, so we can't put our hands up.
Whoa. Oh, haha.
This is so fucked.
I can. Haha. I will crank myself down a little bit. Yeah, y'all are just gonna have to crank some volumes. I don't know what to tell you. Let me fix me, and I'll turn myself down because I know I'm loud.
Whoa, I'm so sorry. I can't stop.
Crank that down for me. Okay. How's that, chat? Keep singing.
California girls were undeniable.
Yeah, it's
Fine,
like
fresh, fierce, we got it unlocked. I don't know if that's the lyrics. I can't remember.
Let's see. Sounds like as best we can get. Good enough. Good enough. Crank up your volumes. That's all I got right now. I'll fix it later.
Turn it up.
Turn it up. I'll fix it later. Cause your output is all the way up, right?
For me, yes.
Yeah, okay. Then that's as good as we're gonna do. Okay. Welp. As long as you could be heard, it's fine. Oh God. I turned my music is down so you can be heard better, even though that makes it like I hate the silence. It's like, well, it's fine. Anyway, we're gonna pretend like this never happened, and I'm gonna do your intro again.
Okay, ready?
Okay,
and
ready?
scene.
Nothing happened. From a galaxy
everything.
far, far away, she is the alien idol of your heart, overflowing with talent, hard work, and with a love of questionable men. The spotlight is always on her, and she is the one, the only Aurelia Cassiopeia. Whee! Welcome.
Yeah, my taste in men are not questionable, by the way.
No, mine are worse. By far.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
by
talk.
far. I just like to play. And we like the same men too. So
yeah, I mean, maybe that does mean it is. I don't know.
Oh, that's true. All right. So welcome. You haven't been in my archives yet. Do you like it?
I like it. It's very roomy.
Yay.
I can see like the night sky from here.
So you can look at all the constellations that we have available right now. Yay! Wow! So thank you. Thank you so much for joining me and let me chronicle some of your story in my archives. I'm very excited. Yippee, yippee, yippee. Yippee.
Yippee.
It smells purely like books. It's lovely and delicious. All right.
Yeah, it's like when you walk into like a Books A Million or something.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
The book smell.
Fresh,
Nom,
old,
nom, nom.
old paper smell, and lots of candles. I really got to put some of these out. Actually, they're getting, we're running down to the wick. All right. So what we're gonna do? I have a lot of manga. Yes, I do. What we're gonna do today is we're going to primarily focus on your lore, talking about your lore, where you came from, and then afterwards we have I have some other segments of things we can discuss, and then mostly we'll just usually end up devolving into something else, but
straight yapping.
Straight yapping. I love yapping. But this is I stay on topic as much as I can for the first hour at least. The rest is like, we're just hanging out. We're just having fun.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I like hanging out. Okay, Miss Relly, your first question though, what was it like on your home planet? Oh, thank you.
Wow.
It works. Whoa.
It works.
So
Holy
sorry.
shit.
Continue, please. We were just talking about how I'm like, I'm not sure if my alerts work. They do.
They do. Oh my god.
Yeah. Thank you. Go ahead.
Very boring. Not gonna lie.
Really?
There was definitely a reason why I left. What is the hell is on my desk? Sorry. um, there's not a lot going on. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
it's very technologically advanced back home,
Mhm. Mhm.
but so it's like coming here, it's like having to live like a cave woman sometimes, you know, in comparison.
We're going a little bit
But
backwards.
yeah, but
Mhm.
the joy in it is that here, like, yes, it's a little different, but there's more expression. I
Mm.
originally left my home planet because there's nothing there, no self-expression. There's no
Really?
music, there's no stories, there's no nothing.
Oh,
And
okay.
it was very suffocating.
Mm, 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 mm. Well, that's great because that leads into my next one is that I was going to ask about if idols are prominent from your planet.
Oh, no, not at
No?
all.
Oh my god.
I first I first learned about the existence of idols because I think I've talked about this before.
Mm.
Um my father, my papa,
Mhm.
he is like a traveler. He travels through the
Mm,
galaxy,
mhm,
so
mhm.
he'd bring back gifts from his travels and bring them back home to me and my mom.
Mhm.
And so I get to experience different things through that. And one of the things he brought one day was was stuff from Earth, and I was like, "Oh, this is really cool. We don't have stuff like this." And one of those things was idols. So, and I got to
Oh.
experience that for the first time through that, and I was like, "I want to do this. This is really cool."
So from there,
So
did
that's
you
how I found out
start
about it. Yeah.
I see. Did you start performing
Mhm.
like on just like by yourself or did you try to like set up a stage performance or
Yeah, it was mostly by myself, and I tried to do it back home, but
Mhm.
like, you know, there's nothing there, so
Oh yeah.
there was
Okay.
no one wanted that, so I ended up leaving eventually. I traveled a little
Interesting.
bit around the
Mhm.
galaxy before settling on Earth, to pursue my dreams here instead.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mostly by myself, yeah, but I have experimented in group settings in the past before, so.
Mm, mhm. Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay. Fantastic. Um so that's great cuz I was going to ask about how if there was differences in performing there versus here and I guess the biggest difference was just that there was none. There just wasn't any.
Yeah,
So,
they would look at me and be like, "What the hell is she doing? This is so weird."
how many other places were you able to travel to?
A few.
Just a few? Mhm.
Yeah, but I've definitely found the most, like, felt most at home doing it here, so that's why I've
Yeah, I
kind of
can
stuck here.
imagine. Mhm.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it sucks. We all wear the same outfit back home, and everyone
Really?
does the same thing, and it's like,
Mm,
oh, I always felt like I didn't really belong.
I see. So
Yeah.
does a lot of how much variety would you say is in your kind and your planet? So it's like
Uh,
everybody looks similar to you or just like
it's pretty similar, I guess,
Mhm.
but hair colors are different. Not
Yeah,
everyone has my hair color,
not
but
everyone's purple.
yeah. But like I think like the ears and the fangs, those are like common. Everyone has those. We
Mm,
all look
okay.
pretty similar, I think.
Mhm,
My
mhm.
planet, my people usually stick to themselves, so you don't get a
Mm.
lot of variety.
Okay, so it's not that necessarily like individualism is shunned. It's just like not done.
Yeah.
It's not showcased.
Mhm.
And look at you. You're so bright and glittery now.
Thank you.
All right. And then you said once that you don't have cats back on your planet. Did you have anything that was similar or?
uh yeah, no.
Mm.
It's like I guess in the same vein, like there's not really any self-expression. We don't really have pets either, which is
Mm.
really weird. There are like different types of creatures, but they're not really domesticated or friendly in that
Oh,
matter.
okay,
So
okay. Mm, mm, mm. It's either
so
like,
it's
mhm.
yeah,
It's
it's
either
not
like
quite
a
the same.
utility or they're just like wild.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I see, I see, I
No
see.
no furry friends to give little kisses.
Oh no. Oh, you're so happy to have one now.
Yes. Literally, it was like I came here to be an idol, but also because I was like, oh my god, I love these little
What
creatures
is
so
that?
much. What is that? Give it to me.
It was
I want to hug it and kiss it.
it was so interesting when I was doing my journey when I first landed. Um
Hmm.
because the way that I work as an astral deity, a lot of my knowledge, it just kind of is like Osmosis Jones morphed into my body.
Yeah.
So a lot of things just kind of came naturally. And it was around where I lived, I was primarily around dogs, and especially like working dogs. And so I ended up growing up, I say with heavy quotations, growing up as a mortal.
Yes.
My love found more centered towards dogs. So but I like all animals. I'm glad you like cats.
Yeah. All animals on Earth are very nice. I have to say that. I like dogs. It's just sometimes we don't get along.
No.
Cause like I think it's happened with 2 dogs I've experienced, but keep in mind that I haven't really been around dogs too much, so I can't really experiment much. But I have. Sometimes when I touch them, my arms break out. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just a dog thing or if it's like a specific thing. I don't know because it's only happened twice.
I see.
Since I've been here. I don't know. I haven't figured out what it is.
Oh, okay. I think we could do a quick test to make it so we can know.
Yeah.
So you as a performer, when would you say that you most started really getting into performing? Was it during that time on your planet, just practicing to yourself?
Yeah, I practiced a lot by myself back home before I ended up leaving. I just couldn't really pursue it there, so that's why I decided to end up leaving. But I did practice a lot on my own, yeah.
How did your parents feel about that?
My parents are a lot different than most of the other people on my home planet. They're very accepting, especially considering like my father does a lot of traveling, so he sees a ton of people, a ton of different, I guess people is the wrong word, but
creatures, beings, species,
a bunch of beings across the galaxy. So they're very open-minded. So whenever I was told them that I wanted to go and pursue other things, they're sad to see me go at first. But they're very accepting about it. But they have a home here now, so they come very often. We see each other very often.
Ended up joining you. That's so nice.
Yeah.
And you have yet to be caught by Area 51, or did you strike a deal?
We kind of have like this little deal.
You're like, listen, man, we're good. I promise. I'm literally here to just do a little dance.
Yeah, that's why I work for the government, you know.
Yeah, you do.
They gave me a job in the government, and yeah, it's like actually true.
Yeah. They're like, listen, we have a deal.
It's literally that meme where it's like it's the meme of the guy standing in the corner at the party, and they said they don't know I'm an alien, and everyone else is like,
we know.
We know.
So when you were on your planet, what is a lot of like, what was your typical day-to-day?
So I guess, let me think.
And of course, at any time, if you have a question that you can't answer, just let me know.
Yeah. It was very boring because you're expected to follow like the specific path in life. Like I guess it's kind of similar to being human in a way, almost, because I know here on Earth they also have this kind of thing where a lot of people expect you to follow specific paths and do specific things. But it was a little more restricting, I think, because your path in life is kind of picked for you before you're even like an adult. It's like your life was picked for you. And so I had a specific path, and like I had to go that way and do a specific job, and I was like, I hate this.
Yes.
I don't want to be stuck in this path. So yeah, I don't know if I can really. Yeah, it was the same thing every day, over and over. I hated it.
I know, I can imagine how awful that must be. It's so nice being on. Some of the things that I found while being on Earth is that the variety of people is just so incredibly vast.
That's why I really like traveling around
Mm-hmm.
to different countries on Earth, because like there's so much variety in
Mm-hmm.
everything, and I
Mm-hmm.
really
Mm-hmm.
like experiencing that because I didn't have that back home.
Mm-hmm. And then so for, let's see here. For your plan, what did you ever talk about what your ship looks like, or can you, because you don't want people to find it?
I'm not at liberty to discuss
Okay.
this information. FBI agent in my phone. Don't.
You'll
It's
never
okay.
find it.
Don't worry.
You'll never find it.
But I jokingly, during my debut for
Mhm.
for MOE, I had like a little spaceship thing, so you can pretend that's what it looks like.
Okay. I wanted to know if it's like purple and cute and sparkly.
in my dreams, yes.
Okay.
The one that was in my debut is like, this is what I want it to look like.
Yeah. It looks like a Boba Fett ship. It's all dark and like it's all extra mechanical.
Maybe
Okay.
I should give my actual one a paint job, so that's what it looks like.
I think you should. I'll help you.
Mhm.
So we've been friends for a good long time.
Yes.
And then as long as I have known you, this is like, I mean, obviously, this is like you came to be an idol from your planet, pretty much. As long as I've known you, you've just been an idol to me.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. This just is your calling.
Yeah.
How has it been performing on Earth?
I've had so many good experiences.
Mhm.
Like so many good opportunities, experiences. It's been a blast, honestly. One of my favorite things from performing on Earth is just the amount of people that I've met.
Oh
That
my God,
also
yeah.
love being idols. Oh my God, I love talking with them and having the same passion. It's very rewarding, and whenever they respect you and you respect them,
Yeah.
and then you eventually find each other on the same stage again sometime, like a year later or so, and it's like, oh my God, I know you. Hey, bestie.
Hey, bestie.
It's so it's so fun. I really I love it. It's great.
Whenever I remember certain times where it's like you're so funny. You're just like, it's like it's after a performance and you're like, I want to go say hi to them. I want to talk to them. Do you think they think I'm cool?
I've gotten better about that nowadays. But it used to be in the beginning. I had like, what's that word whenever it's like, I don't belong here. This is weird.
Oh, imposter syndrome.
Yes, I had it so bad in the
yeah.
beginning because I had been performing in like such small,
Yeah.
low key, like literally nothing events, and then all of a sudden I was on this big stage, and I was like, they don't know me. I'm not cool. I thought they were cool for the past 3 years, and now we're on the same thing. Like,
It's like, what the fuck am I doing here?
what am I? Do they think I'm cool? I don't know. I'm kind of scared. And now, like the most recent event I went to, I wasn't performing there, but I knew people that were performing there, and I went up to them afterwards, and I was like, "Hey!" And they were like, "Oh my God, hey, I recognize you!" And I was like, "Oh my God, you recognize me? That's crazy."
That's so funny.
Yeah,
oh my God, hey!
we're besties.
I love it. I love idol community is so interesting. Because obviously it's a very competitive field.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, like insanely. Especially not that I'm saying what you do isn't professional, because it is absolutely in every sense of the word. But I'm talking of like, you know, like AKB scale and all that.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Where it's an incredibly competitive and difficult field. But when you're starting at like these smaller communities that we have and stuff like that, it's so like, sure, it's competitive, but it's so much more like bonding than anything.
Yeah.
Because everybody on stage knows what you went through to get here.
Yeah. Especially when you're like, so like the idol community in like specifically the US, because that's where I currently reside. Whenever I first started like existing in this sphere, it was very small. It was not big, and it was not popular. And nowadays, the events that they have nowadays is crazy. It's grown so
huge.
much, especially because of the VTubing sphere. Because there's been some very predominant VTubers who has who has brought the idol community to a wider audience.
Yeah.
And now it's like I literally just saw the videos on Twitter today from what was it, off season, Kai's event that just happened.
Yeah.
The crowd was crazy.
Huge.
Back in my day, no one did that.
Nobody
shit.
does that like outside of Japan.
Yeah, no one knew what light sticks were or OTA or any of that like idol community stuff. And so it's really cool to see something that I've been a part of for so long become like actually popular and people know what it is.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Especially in the US because it was very small at first and it's really
I remember
rewarding
that.
to see it. Yeah,
I was
bigger.
a early convention goer, and that time it was like, oh god, if I could remember that, it just like wasn't a thing.
No.
Maybe.
And now they have giant events.
Yeah,
Crazy.
huge. Maybe it would be like there would be certain people that would be off to like the side doing something, but it wasn't like a scheduled event, you know.
Back in my day when we did the hallway performances.
Hallway performance, baby. And now conventions are
yeah, you did like a panel you ran the whole thing. But now they have like full on like
full
idol
scheduled
festivals.
events.
It's so cool and they're considered guests, so it's like for most conventions it's hosted by the convention. You apply for it and then you will perform, you get a free badge, you're a guest, they promote you. It's like what the hell, this is crazy.
Yeah. And oh my god, I'm trying to remember, when was the first time I saw you perform? Oh, this is so difficult. It had to be a Love Live thing.
Oh yeah, it's very possible.
It had to be.
Love Live was
so
like
long ago.
It was like the introduction to idols, I think, in the US, because it was the first thing that got popular in the US that was revolving around idols. So it's very possible.
Because when was even then? Well, I wouldn't say that, but when was like Cinderella Girls a little more involved?
I'm trying to think. Cinderella Girls was the more popular of the franchises from Idolmaster, because OG Idolmaster didn't really pick up here, but the Cinderella Girls kind of did. I want to say like, oh, this is hard. 2017, 2016, around that range, I think. Maybe. I don't remember when it came out though.
Oh yeah, me neither.
but before Love Live, nothing was really popular in the US that were idols. So.
And that was also like the scene for like idol performances when they were starting to pick up for like panels and then be like quote unquote events. Is that it was like almost all Love Live.
Literally, if you talk to any idol in the sphere nowadays, like Kagai idols in the US, they were all Love Live cosplayers.
Yeah.
That's what they did. Like the Love Live to Kagai Idol pipeline is so small.
Yeah. Everybody, I mean, it's like, it's all you had, really.
Yeah, it was the popular thing at the time, so it makes sense.
But I appreciate now people are starting to break the mold more.
Yeah.
And just realize that you can do anything. An idol means anything.
Literally.
Yeah.
You can do any idol franchise. You could be your own idol, make your own brand. Go for it.
Go
Who
for
cares?
it. Yeah, you don't even have to cosplay. You just do your own thing. Before
and you can be any kind.
Yeah.
There's different kinds.
Before it was like it felt like sort of a requirement that you had to put on a Love Live cosplay to be in an idol fest, you know?
Oh yeah, I remember. There's a few that I was like, is it literally all Love Live groups? Can we have some variety?
I think what was more it was like what made it, if you were like doing an idol, if you were performing as an idol, is that you had a big group. That was like, whoa, you're not just one person trying to do your best, or like a duo. You were a whole unit.
Those are so hard. It's so hard to coordinate. It's very impressive, but I'm like, oh my lord. What's
the max group that you like working with?
Oh god,
like,
I don't
like 5 maybe?
I can't do 5 is a great number.
5 is a good number.
5 is the perfect number. If it gets bigger than that, it starts to get really hard.
Yeah.
Coordinating schedules. Oh god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Practice times and all that. So for my, I wouldn't say that I had an idol journey necessarily. I had an idol interest. Because I realized when you're going, okay, so hey everybody, listen to me real quick. Let me tell you a story. So back in the ye old days when I first landed, which was sometime around the 15th century, I think. Performances way back in the day were very different.
Oh yeah, definitely.
One being there wasn't electricity, so we don't have all the fun fancy lights that we do nowadays.
Yeah.
But I always fell in love with theater. I love theater so much because theater is its own way of telling a story, because that's exactly what it is. Theater was always made to tell not just like some fantastical stories. It was made to also tell like historical events. And idols and idol performances heavily tie in with my love of theater. Because of the staging, the performance, the dance, all of the things, the little things that make that need to all come together to make this such a spectacle for the audience. All those little bits are what I adore the most. So I've always said I've been like I've been an idol extra. That's what I like to call myself. Because I'm just like, all right, when I used to help friends and stuff like that, I was just essentially like, it's like, oh, do you need help like fixing an outfit? Do you need help like, it's like, we'll do this, I'll run this for you, things like that, because I wanted to always be there. I do like performing myself. I can't, it's hard for me nowadays, but I used to do it much more. But I, no matter what, wanted to make sure that I was like supporting people in doing what they loved.
Those kinds of people are so needed. You are so based.
Thank you. Because that means I get to sit in the audience and I get to watch it go perfectly. And I'm like, yes!
Hell yeah.
Yes!
It's so satisfying.
It's so good to see it all come together. Especially there, I realize there's such a huge proponent to like the conventions also putting in the work to help boost the performance. You know what I mean? Like having like the LCD screens and stuff, or like a projector.
Yeah. It definitely helps.
Yeah, and managing the lights and like the audio and stuff like that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's the one reason I like performing with cons now, is because I don't have to worry about any of
Yes.
that. They do it for me.
Yes, you don't have to have the person on the side. And so going in the crowd is the best. When I was when we were doing like those kind of like hallway performances or like small panel performances, I was usually the person like handling the computer.
Doing the music, yeah.
Most of the time, all you had to do really was just, you know, turn it on, let it play.
Yeah.
But then there were some times where it's like, it's not connecting to the speakers.
Oh yeah, there's like pros and cons to doing both. It's like when you did your own like a panel room, it was like the tech issues were on you.
Oh
so
my
sorry.
god, yeah.
But with cons, it's like something I've had to come to terms with doing like convention performances in the past is that you just have to understand that everything's on fire in the background and it's not gonna go perfect.
It's
and
all
it's out of your
bad all the time.
It's out of your hands because you aren't the one that's in control of it. Their team is. So sometimes things happen and it's just unfortunate, but you know.
I remember like there's a few instances where you just have to like stand there and like the music should have been going already.
Oh my god. I'm so glad that's never happened to me.
Really?
It's not in like a big
in a big way.
Scene setting,
Yeah,
like,
big noticeable way. Yeah, there's been, oh my god. And I feel so bad because there's been so many times where it's been like a really long pause. Like obviously there's a little bit of a break before you move into like the next segment.
Yeah.
Load up everything, get it ready to go. But then sometimes there's just like a really long pause.
Yeah. There's a few shows I went in that something happened, but it was never during like my set. It was always during someone else's.
Yeah.
And I felt so
like,
bad.
damn, I'm sorry.
Oh. It's always always at the beginning too. Everything shits the bed at the very beginning,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
everything's fine.
And then
after
it's,
that.
yeah.
So
You
sorry
figure it out.
if you're the opener. I'm so sorry. It's
Yep. That's just also how it is for like every time I open a stream. I'm just like, what's wrong now? Tell me what's wrong now.
Honestly, yeah.
Every time I
So
open
real.
a stream, I'm just like, what is it? What's wrong? What's broken?
Technology is a blessing and also a
And it
curse.
is the biggest curse of my life. And I'm pretty tech savvy, you know? And I grew up, quote unquote again, grew up as a mortal with the internet coming to fruition and everything. Watching it grow as I've watched many things. And then I was just like, okay, I got it. I understand. I can't necessarily like build a PC, but I can if I have like, you know, the instructions for it. Like I can figure it out. What the fuck is with specifically VTuber stuff? That is the worst fucking thing ever.
Yeah, it's like I'd always thought I was tech savvy, and then I started learning like behind the scenes of like streaming and like VTubers, and then also my worst enemy, audio. I don't know what the fuck to do. Audio is so out of my understand it. Like I need someone to sit me down in person and just walk me through it step to step so I can understand, because they're always like, Google it, look at a video, and that shit doesn't help me.
It's not helping.
Explain it to me.
Because everybody's
explain it to me in person.
I know, everybody's settings are different. Yeah.
I know. I'm like, bruh.
It's like I don't have what you have. And it's the because the mic that I have is a really good mic. It was given to me as a gift. And it's like professional like acoustic recording kind of mic, you know? Like you put these in musical recording booths for when you're like, you know, playing your instruments and stuff like that. Like this is a good mic. What the fuck? What the fuck with all the rest of the shit that I have?
Yeah. It's literally highly experimental technologies tied together with strings, hopes, and dreams. That is actually, that's literally it.
That's really it. Because it's like, if you don't know, being a VTuber is very hard. Not even in like you trying to build your brand. Yes, I have a very good condenser mic. Not even you trying to build your brand. It's that you don't understand how many programs are running in my background right now.
My computer was literally on fire.
I had to get a whole new PC because there was no way my 10-year-old PC could handle this.
Yeah. I started having issues, like, I was finally time to upgrade my RAM because my shit was not running anymore. It was like, my computer was like, oh my god, no! And I just had to, I was like, okay, it's time, I gotta update everything.
I couldn't even run a Steam game in, like, medium quality. It would lag as hell once I turned OBS on, and I was like, we gotta get a new PC if we're gonna make this happen.
Yeah, I really noticed I was having an issue once I joined MOE because I got the new model, which would have been fine because I was running this one normally, but the new one has VBridger, and I never used VBridger before, so that means I have to run 2 programs.
Yep.
And I was like, oh god. So I tried to do it, and I was like, this shit don't work.
Don't fucking work. I'm using NVIDIA Broadcast, and so it's been really good. I'm so happy. I thought it might because you know, obviously using VBridger is like is real peak. But I think some of the issues with my facial capture might just be because of my setup. But if I try it on an iPhone, it might be a little different. But regardless, NVIDIA is like, I would say probably second best to like what, if you have the option for it, absolutely use it. It's really good.
Yeah, I think the one upside to getting an iPhone is that it offloads the tracking from your computer
Absolutely.
to like CPU to like
that's
the actual device. So that's like the one biggest pro in my opinion.
Yeah, the other thing would be to do like the double PC setup, but I don't even want to think about that.
Hey, give me $1,000.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what do I either like get an older quote unquote older iPhone that can at least like run this program, or do I get $1,000 another PC and figure out how to set that up as well?
And then it's
I'll
like
take
the
a
lowest
fucking
one
iPhone.
you can use is an iPhone X. But even then, I would recommend one above that because the iPhone X overheats really bad. Yeah. Because I use an 11. That's the phone I currently have.
Yeah, I have an
so
Android.
I'm like the second lowest tier of iPhone you can use.
Yes. And it's like, you can also, I know a lot of people who use iPads though.
Yeah, I had to use it once in a pinch because my phone died, and I was like, shit!
Fuck!
So I plugged up my iPad, and it worked just fine for like the last stint of what I had to do.
It's like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah,
I just have this giant tablet blocking my monitor. It's fine.
I do have a an iPad, but it's like an incredibly old one that was gifted to me because it was like, my friend who had it was like, hey, I want you to play this game with me, and I know you don't have any storage on your old phone, so here, take this iPad. And I was like, cool. So we played some games together, but yeah, there's no way in hell that it can be used.
Yeah. It probably doesn't have the capabilities. I bought mine kind of recently. I was like, I got tax return money, and I was like, oh boy. So
oh my god, same. That's how I got my PS5. I was just like, wee!
Oh yeah, real. I really wanted to learn how to draw, so I was like, I'm gonna get an iPad and an Apple Pen, and I'm gonna go to town. Yeah.
I do want a little more portable way. You have been finagling. I love it.
Yeah. It's just little silly doodles.
Yeah, they're so cute. I've been I have a what's my tab? I have an XP Pen Pro, I think, which is a big it's a big screen tablet. It works really well because I really needed a way to make my my lore video and stuff like away from my desk.
Yes.
But it's not like 100% portable.
Oh yeah.
Cause it's huge. Yeah, XP Pen. She's big, so I really want I want Procreate so bad, but I don't have the money to drop dollars on an iPad.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing with is Procreate though. It's really it's nice.
I love it. It looks so nice. The second that they give Procreate on other platforms is you're mine. You're mine. They said they're working on it.
Yeah, that'd be really nice because I really like them as like a company. I'm like, hell yeah. I saw their tweet that was like, we hate AI. We're never doing it. I was like, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. The same with XP Pen was the same way, where they were originally, they did have, I think it was one promotion where they accidentally used AI. But then when they
I think I heard about that.
Yeah, then they figured that out, got rid of it, and sent out an apology, and I was like, that's the fucking goat right there.
Yeah, we support our artists here. We love our artists.
Thank you. As two artists, please support your artists. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so back on idols.
Oh yeah, my bad.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So when I mean, this is a really loaded question, and I think I know the answer. But how long of like prep time do you take before you have like the big day?
Oh, it very much depends on the type of show.
Yeah.
Because I've had experiences where someone has messaged like 3 weeks before the event. It's like, hey, I know this is the last minute, but can y'all do this? And the answer is usually no, because that's not enough time to prepare. Especially if it's in a group setting. Like, ain't no way.
No, ain't no way.
You're either gonna get something that was done before, or you're not getting anything new though.
Yeah, exactly. We have to do a performance that we've done like a million times. Yeah.
I know for most convention things I've done in the past, so like if anyone's ever interested in performing at a convention as an idol, this is usually how it works. Usually, I think they usually open like auditions like half a year before, maybe a little more. It depends on the con. And usually by the time you're accepted, let me think. I gotta think of like a time frame.
Yeah.
It changes per convention, but it's usually like like 5 months of prep, I think, is like the norm. Yeah. So like for big convention shows, I've done like 5 months.
Okay.
And that's like practicing almost every weekend.
Yeah. As much as you possibly can. Because it's hard. We're all adults with busy lives.
Scheduling in a group setting is so hard.
It's
If
like,
you're by yourself, it's easier.
oh yeah, you
Because
can
you only have
just
to worry about yourself.
take 5 months being a long time is not true.
Yeah, it's actually not at all.
It's not a lot of time.
Because that includes like getting your costumes ready, learning the dance, making sure that learning your dance and if you're singing, learning your song, is like you know it so well that you don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
That's what the goal is.
Yeah.
You don't want to be
Until it
forgetting
becomes
things on
second
stage.
nature. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's also like making your background videos and making sure all your setup is properly done. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Feels like 2 weeks
5 months
sometimes.
feels like 2 weeks. That's so fucking real. Literally, I've done some stuff where it's like it's a week before, and I'm like, oh, I gotta finish this thing.
Yeah, I ruined.
But yeah, it depends on the show, because I've done some where I had like a month of prep. I've done some where I've had like 2 months of prep. I've done some where I had a whole year of prep.
I literally can't imagine. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't imagine 1 month. It has to be something that you know already.
I've done it before where it wasn't, but it was very hard.
Yes, I bet.
Because it's like if you're only practicing once a week, then that's like 4 practices.
Yeah,
and that's
very
it. Tight.
Yeah,
it's a very, very tight schedule. So yeah, it depends on how many people, the group setting, the intensity of the performance, how long it is. You know, it all depends.
Yeah, 1 month of preparation. Real. It's like,
yeah, you know, someone's like, can you do this thing in 1 month? And I'm like, oh, I don't know.
It's gotta be a fucking miracle.
I'm gonna have to pull this one out of my ass for sure.
It's like the year prep feels the best, you know? But also I feel like you get a little too comfortable because it's like, oh, it's a year.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I nowadays I don't really get a year. That was like a long time ago.
Yeah.
When idols weren't big, and it was like, oh, we get to do 1 performance a year, so
One-
let's start preparing now.
1 a year.
So excited. But now it's like there's so many more opportunities for idols, so you don't usually get that much time anymore.
Now it's like everybody has maybe. Well, there's a lot of people that do performance. Like some people will do a performance like every month. Sometimes twice a month.
That's crazy to me. I don't know how the fuck they do it.
That's insane.
The only way I can see is if they like do the same songs.
Yeah.
Because like I've tried to do shows before where we had 2 shows going on at the same time, and they had like there was a few weeks between them, but it was so close of a time we had to prepare them at the same time.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Impossible.
It was terrible.
I'm so happy now that I see a lot of like, besides like, you know, actual VTuber performances and stuff like that, seeing like VTuber cosplay performances and things. I'm just like, yes! Yes!
It's so cool. Because like, whenever you were doing like anime idols in the beginning, it was like, they're not real. So
yeah,
you're
exactly.
just kind of bringing them to life. But seeing like VTuber performances, like people cosplaying them and performing as them, I can imagine, because VTubers are real people behind the scenes. So it's like seeing someone take your brand and like create such a passion project like that. Because I know like the amount of prep work that goes behind that, it's like months.
Oh yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Like, as a VTuber, seeing someone do that and put it all out there, I would be like so amazed.
Yeah,
I can imagine what that feels like.
Can you imagine if anybody like cosplayed you and did a performance?
I would literally shit myself.
Because it's such.
Should I say that as an idol? No, but
but it's true. Bet. Because it's like it's such a genuine love letter to your Oshis.
That's like the ultimate love letter.
Because it's like, look,
so much work.
Look, it's what you do. Yeah, it's I've also like, so for my music taste and stuff like that, we've been to some conventions before, and if I know for me personally, if I see some obscure shit that I know on stage, I'm like, yes, look,
oh my god. Anytime I see anyone perform in cosplay as either Macross or Revue Starlight, I'm like literally screaming my head off.
I see any Paralive or any hit mic on stage, I'm like, yeah, that's my shit.
Yes. Like, I love when you do the obscure things I love. Thank you.
Yes.
Can we be besties?
Can we be best friends, please? It makes me so excited.
Literally, I was gonna say this earlier because you were talking about like how much you love theater, and I was like, bestie, you should.
That's
you
right.
Need to watch Revue Starlight.
I know.
Please watch Revue Starlight.
Ami's been telling me, yeah. I know. Ami told me because he told me there was specifically a girl that I would like. And I've seen her before, but I can't remember her name. I think it's the blonde one.
What's the hair color? Blonde, Nana.
Maybe.
Die banana.
There's also, oh god, I think she has like longer, maybe black or blue hair or something like that. I can't remember.
He goody?
Maybe? I don't know. If he's around, he'll tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he was just like, he was like, bitch, look at me right now. You would love Revue Starlight. And I'm like, I know, I just never watched it because it's not on Crunchyroll, I don't think.
I think, I don't remember.
I think it's on High Dive.
I have it on DVD, both the series and the movie.
Yeah.
I'll just come over and we'll watch it
just
together.
come over. Yeah. I'll see you soon.
I'm on my way.
Yeah. And, oh, sorry, I had a burp.
The movie is literally so good. I watched it in theater and cried my fucking eyes out.
Yeah. So, oh my god. Let's see. I had something else. For the it was for stage performances and everything. It's since the Yield days, I've just always had such a deep love and sincere interest in the performing arts in general.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because a lot of my and that's kind of why also it circles with VTubing. Because this is the same thing. You're up. This is this screen is our stage, and this is the performance that we're doing, even though we're just shooting the shit for the most part. It's very like VTubing is also like, you know, it encompasses like art and design, and I love character design, I love lore making, I love storytelling as a storyteller.
Literally, I wouldn't be surprised if 90% of YouTubers were theater kids.
I mean, like, it's 100%, and it's like maybe Miss Maya, maybe I would have to see a picture. I don't want to look it up right now.
Yeah, it could be Maya.
My bad. I have limited knowledge. I just know they're on...
I can change that.
I know you can't. We just have to sit down and watch it. We'll go through a journey together.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, it was VTubing incorporates all like literally all the interests I have in terms of like also film work and stuff like that. It's all centered around the same thing. So that was the other thing I used to do for idols was the recording and filmmaking and stuff like that. And for the most part of what I did for filming that was mainly just set up the camera and have it like be positioned properly. But I really wanted to like, I know for a fact that was the best way to, especially if you're doing like the small panels with like, you know, those small stages.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Yeah, the best thing to do is to just have a stationary camera that focuses and you can see everybody without the crowd interference. That's the best thing you can do. But yeah, I wanted like I wanted so badly to like really get in there and do some like good shots and angles and stuff like that. But I'm like, no, it's not gonna be worth it.
It's really nice at some of the bigger conventions. They'll give you like their camera footage and they have like a bunch of different angles.
Oh my god, so nice. They do, and they have like the nice fadeaway and transitions, and it just makes it more atmospheric. It's so nice. I appreciate big conventions that do that.
The only drawback sometimes with that is it's these guys that are there filming for the convention. They don't know what the hell's going on, so sometimes their shots are a little questionable.
Yeah. And you're
But
like,
that's okay. You can make it work.
it fades transition to like an empty corner, and it's like, nope, we're down here. We're down here.
I've seen. Oh my god! Sometimes when I'm watching, cause the camera work they give you is the stuff when they live stream it or anything like that. It's the same cameras. So I remember watching a live stream of an Idol Fest once, or like the video footage or something, and I was like, why are you over there? Go over there.
Go,
The person
back,
who's literally in the center is right there. Go. Why are we on this camera? This is the worst camera you could pick.
They're lining up for a reason. Go to camera 1, focus main. Let's go.
What is happening?
What is happening? I do that all the time, and I do this with Ami whenever we're watching certain things too. I'm just like, all right, now do a tilt shift. Okay, pan forward. All right. Then...
Oh my god! I remember once that one of the you're required to hit certain deadlines before a big performance, like for a convention. So you have to turn in your audio.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god! Don't even get me started. You have to return in your audio by a certain time, your background footage by a certain time. There was one show I did where we had to turn in like a full dance practice cut video so they could see what our set looked like beforehand.
Yeah, and I think that's a good idea. Yeah.
I assumed, okay, so I knew it was like to make sure we had our set done, whatever, but I assumed it was also so they could have it like beforehand so the camera crew knew what they were supposed to see.
Yes, absolutely.
And the footage afterwards did not show that at all. Like, they didn't know what the hell was going on.
Y'all.
What was the point of this?
Maybe it was like they sent it to one person and then the person ended up working the camera that day, didn't see it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what's the fucking point?
A shout out to the idols that perform for conventions, because half the time you're fighting with the crew. Oh my lord.
Oh my god, it's such a... And it's like, sometimes it's not the crew's fault. Sometimes it's just, it is what it is. But sometimes I'm just like, bro, you are not working with us.
Yeah, it's not always the convention's fault either. Sometimes it's just like, oh, what the hell is this? What is this lighting crew doing? What the fuck happened? Why did I submit a lighting form if you're not gonna fucking follow it?
It's
wild.
Yeah, there's I'm really appreciative of the conventions that put in the effort, because it's partially like, I think beforehand it was just kind of like, oh, they're doing whatever. I mean, this is bringing some traction to our convention, so it's fine, they can do whatever. And then they started to realize that the more value you put into these performances, the more people come to see it.
Yeah. People will come to shows. Like, I've seen people come to conventions specifically because their favorite idol group was performing.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen it happen. So it's like, it's crazy. Yeah.
It was the telling somebody the other day, I think VTubing and D&D are probably so popular because they let people portray cooler fantasy versions of themselves.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's very true, but there's also plenty of VTubers who are just like, that's just me. That's just me.
Yeah.
But on screen.
That's pretty much me. I don't put on a character or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I get you know what I mean.
Yeah. I know what you mean. It's we're similar in that regard. Where I don't hide any aspects of myself or anything like that.
You're getting me, baby.
I
get weirder every stream. So.
Yeah. I want you to get even more weirder. I am your number one enabler, and I will continue to be.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, hey, did you tell your chat about this? And you're like, why?
Why would I say this?
Why would I say this? I was like, because they need to see how much of a degenerate you are.
I admitted something on one of my first member stream. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna admit something about myself every member stream to keep you guys coming back. And I admitted something last one. I can't say what it is.
I was gonna ask, but then I'm like, oh, it's a member. Yeah.
No, if you want to know, you have to become a member.
I was a member. Somebody gifted me a membership, and I was like, oh, sick.
Oh my god.
So I'm no longer a membership, but I was in there for a little bit.
Damn it. I wish I could. I thought there was a way to, but I don't think I can to like give it to specific people because I just want to give it to all my friends.
maybe you can do that as a moderator. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't think.
I tried to look, but I couldn't find anything.
Oh, yeah, because I also want to do that. One day where it's just like, I mean, why am I making y'all pay for this? Just get in here.
Come,
Cassiopeia is Cassiophrenia. Hi, Ami.
My next member stream, I'm gonna get freaky.
Yeah. But on top of that, it was I did that comment in particular because D&D, if you didn't know, I have been a DM for a very long time. And so a lot of my, it's definitely a lot of my ties intersect with VTubing and D&D. You played a game briefly with me for a little bit.
Yes, I did.
Where you were basically portraying yourself.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Literally myself.
Yeah.
Oopsies. That was not intentional, by the way.
No. But you were trying out the Bard class, and I was just like, yeah, how do you feel about D&D?
I had a good. It was fun. I just don't know. I don't know if it's really for me. I really like listening to people play D&D. I love listening to people tell stories. But I think I'm just too shy where I'm like, oh, you want me to like play a character and say
I have a scene? God.
I start like shitting myself.
Yeah. I'm
terrible at improv. Do not ask me to like lie or improvise anything because I will not be able to think of anything.
And especially as a Bard class, that's like what you do. Is like you're the talker.
It's terrible.
It's like I got all this charisma for what?
I was in theater for 1 year.
Yeah.
Back in yield school days, but I'm the kind of person, I think it's the same way when I do anything in general. I need, in theater or like anything like that, I need lines to read off of, or like when I'm just doing something in general, I need instructions.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at doing things off the cuff. I need exactly what I'm supposed to do, line for line. So I think that kind of translates also.
Translates to your
your
dancing. With your dancing too, because you're following a method, you know?
Yeah. And I do it exactly the same every single time. I don't deviate.
I wish I was on the spot funny. And yeah, it's definitely hard doing improv. I didn't, I've never studied improv like quote unquote professionally. But I mean, you just have to get good as a DM. You just have to.
Yeah.
You never know what your players are gonna do, so you prepare for what you can. And then I always think of it in the way that it's never, I mean, sometimes I'm just like, my brain just goes dead and I'm just like, oh fuck, I don't know, man.
Fuck it, you do whatever the hell you want.
Like they ask, and I have like a million list of names, and then they asked for a name of a character that I just kind of like threw out there once, and I was like, fucking, I don't know, his name's Bill, I guess, I don't give a shit.
We're changing his name, shut the hell up.
And then I have to remember what I said is the worst thing, because my memory is god awful.
I feel that, me too.
So you prepare for what you can, but half the time when I'm doing improvising, like if I'm improvising a scene, I just think of like, what's likely to be in this scene, you know? It's like, we're in this setting. It's like, if we're in a castle, okay, what's going to be in a castle, you know? We're going to have some pieces of armor over here. We'll have some banners over here. The walls may look like this, blah, blah, blah. And so it's like, if it's like scenery or settings like that, I can always just kind of like, okay, well, what would be there, you know, even if I didn't think it out. Anyway, that was super tangential, but yeah, it was it's a lot of that. My performing primarily stems from theater. I didn't do
I wish I would have I wish I would have done more theater, but I didn't.
You're doing it.
I was painfully shy.
You're doing it. This is theater. You've done it. This is theater, and I do mean that wholeheartedly. This is it. It's I did like, it was primarily just like, what was one play that I did? I think I did like one musical. But I was mostly
I always wanted to do a musical. I
would love that so much. Yeah, I think I did one when I was younger, and then I did more just like, you know, regular plays. There was one in particular that I loved so much because it was the Alice in Wonderland play. And it was so fun because I got to be the Red Queen, and I was like, yes, yes.
Hell yeah.
So what we did, oh my god, this is so funny. Tangent story time. When we did that play, I was, of course, if you didn't know, I'm 7 feet tall. But I try to shrink my size. I try to shrink my size when I go about in my mortal form. But even then, I was still taller than most of the other performers. And I was like, well, all the outfits that they had and the dresses that they had wouldn't fit me.
Yeah.
So what we ended up doing is that the year before, I think the year
Get out the way, it's my turn. Get in line.
Get in line. Everybody line up. What we did instead is the year before, I dressed up like a vampire. Speaking of Lady D, I dressed up like a vampire. And she had like this high collar black and red dress, and it had like some like Party City spider web, like black spider webs on it. It was like had these little sparkles and things like that. And I brought that in, and I was like, this still fits me. Do you think that we can wear this? And they were like, yes.
Yes.
So we put on that dress, and because in the cartoon version of Alice in Wonderland, the queen has a very huge ass, and so what we did for me is that they gave me a fanny pack, and so I wore that underneath the dress. So when I was walking, we would all go down the aisle between the audience, like, you know, in a row. And so I would lead it. I would either lead it or I would be following behind for comedic effect. Quite literally. And so every time I walked, I made sure to like do my best to like bounce a little bit, so it really looked yeah. So it really looked like it. And it came out great. But that also meant when I was sitting in my chair, I had to like sit like closer to the edge of the seat because I couldn't fucking fit.
Oh my god. I can literally relate to this so hard. I've talked about this on stream before. Whenever I was in totally normal human college, I did a little gig as like a birthday party princess. So I did like I was a princess for birthday parties, and some of those dresses are big as hell because you wear a big ass hoop skirt underneath.
Yeah.
And
you're also just tiny.
I had to drive myself. Yeah, I had to drive myself to these events, so I had to try to get this giant ass hoop skirt into the driver's seat of my car, and it was so funny. I just shoved this giant dress into my car. Crazy.
It's so funny because it's like, especially when you're getting out of the car, you're just like, get the fucking. It's all in the way.
I always made sure to park like a little down the road, so like they couldn't see me getting in and out of my car. It also ruins the magic, so it does. You know.
When you're like a Disney princess getting out of like,
god,
your
Ariel
fucking
can drive.
Your 2004 Toyota, just like, hold on.
When did the Little Mermaid get her driver's license? No,
so
literally, I had someone I worked with got pulled over when he was dressed as Spider-Man. It's crazy.
It's so funny.
It's like, oh my god, Spider-Man got pulled over by the police.
Whoa, they got him. Whoa. Damn, they got him.
I was always terrified I'd get pulled over dressed as the Little Mermaid. I was like, please don't. Like, I just have to drive the speed limit, be normal.
Yeah.
Oh my god, worst fear.
I hate when I have to drive to a convention in cosplay. Just like, fuck. Oh my god. You have to stop at it. I'm sorry, I just had a really funny memory. Yeah.
I was like, just stopping by a gas station.
Oh my god,
I remember when I stopped by a gas station once on the way to a convention, and I'll say this. I normally don't talk about this, but I was dressed. I've talked about how much I love Attack on Titan. I can say that I've cosplayed it like once. I stopped by a gas station, and someone asked me if I rode horses. And I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. absolutely.
That's definitely what I do. I was like, that's crazy. And I was like, I can never come to this gas station again, even though
That's
it's right
so
by my
funny.
house.
That's so funny.
It's
Do
like,
you
I
ride
never come here
horse,
again.
sis? Because all the straps and shit, yeah.
It's like the knee-high
the
dark
knee-high
boots
shoes,
with the
yeah.
white pants.
Uh-huh.
The white
Absolutely.
pants. It was like, oh, I have to kill myself now.
I forgot which cosplay was I in. I think, oh fuck, it was because I did a lot of cosplays where I have big capes.
Yeah.
So I mean that it's like thinking about, I would never, and I have never, but just purely thinking about driving in one of my bigger armor builds, absolutely not happening.
Terrible.
I mean, there was one time where we were going to take some pictures in one of my armor builds, but this wasn't like for a convention. This was just like casually. We went out to a nearby park. Yeah, and we went into the forest there to take some pictures. And then it was the, obviously I make my armor builds in pieces so they can be assembled, disassembled, put on and off. I fucking forgot a whole shoulder pad and like arm bracer thing. And so we drove all that fucking way and I had that whole piece missing. And so I was like, we're gonna have to take some specific shots.
Oh no.
So luckily I have the way that my chest piece of the armor was built is that it's pretty bulky. So the cape that hung over it is able to hide like that arm. So every like angle we took, we just had to hide that shoulder.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, but even just driving and like, I get overheated so quickly. And so I had to wear, obviously for the armor to stick on all of my stuff, I have to wear like long sleeves, and I wear essentially like a as close to like an Under Armour, full all black like top and bottom that are all like form fitting. And so yeah, it's still like sitting in that car, even though it was like, it wasn't like insanely hot, but it was enough to where like I'm fucking dying. It's so hot. I love armor builds and I also hate armor builds.
Yeah, I was never brave enough to do that.
It's okay. It's so much work and I don't wish that upon anyone. But in the same vein, dresses are a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of fabric.
Incredible segue, thank you, me. The dresses that you make, that you either buy or like assemble through pieces or like make yourself. What's some of your like favorite outfits out there? It doesn't have to be, it can be like from anime or it could be like something that you've just seen on stage, thing like that. What's an outfit that you really liked? You don't have to be like super specific about it, but
yeah. I'm trying to like think of I really like big poofy skirts, which I think is pretty obvious, but
the cupcake
like
skirts.
I remember when I was getting my outfit designed, I sent like a bunch of references of like idol costumes that I really liked. So I really like the silhouette of like a big puffy skirt, and like, cause like whenever you watch someone perform in one, it's so cool because they jump up and down and it fluffs and then they spin around and it spins out, and I'm like, oh, I love that so much. It's so cute. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I really like all the costumes for Macross too, because it has like a mix of like spacey idol costumes that I really like. Oh, I really like costume designs from Arc Knights.
Oh yeah, those are really cool.
That kind of like, I'm kind of putting myself on blast here. I really like kind of militaristic style outfits, but not like hardcore, like when you like, I don't like camouflage, but I like the style.
It's the uniform.
So, like, yes.
Yeah.
Everyone makes fun of me for it because they're like, "Oh, you like uniforms? You like a man in uniform?" And I'm like, "Shut the
God love a man in uniform. Damn.
Thank you. But it's like, I really like the Arknights aesthetic because it's like a mix of like sci-fi, but it also still has like that uniform kind of look to it. I'm like, oh, I eat that shit up.
Yeah, there was
so good.
there was, without like getting too specific about it, we have mutual friends who, like, when they performed with these they're like uniforms, they were performing as male characters, and the way that they like hand sequined all these little like gemstones, and watching that progress, I was like, y'all are insane. Nobody's gonna see that.
I know, but it's like, oh man,
but it's for you. It's for you.
Yeah. I've been through a lot of experimentation with idol costumes myself too, so it's like some stuff shows up better on stage than others. Rhinestones are the way to go. They reflect the light
with the light,
so you can like see the shimmer a lot better. Because I've experimented with like just glitter. Glitter's okay. It doesn't show up well from a distance though. Yeah. Sequence is nice. But rhinestones just have that specific, like, because they're like a prism shape. Yeah, and so like, it just reflects the light so well. It's nice when you can just find something that's already rhinestone, but usually rhinestones come individual, so you have to glue them on one by one.
One by one. Yep.
It is hell, but
it's hell on
worth
earth.
It for it's worth it for me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like when you take a lot of pride in those outfits, and so the process.
Hate it.
I hate it
forever.
Yeah, it was any kind of like, whenever anybody does like a costume change like on stage, you know, either like they flip a dress like inside out, or they have like a pull apart or something, you know, have you ever seen like those dress transformations wherever somebody does a spin and then like the top part will come down to a new new bottom half? I love that. I love that so much.
Love Live, Boku Tachi wa Hitoshi. Yeah. Whenever they did that for their final live, I literally shit my pants.
It's so pretty. I love how creative people can be, you know?
Yeah. I'm like, damn. You have to wear 2 outfits the whole time, because usually when they do it like that, they have it folds upwards and hides the second costume in the top. So when you rip the top down, it falls out from the top. But with that means you're wearing like 5 million layers on the top of your body. Hot. And I'm like, you are sweating so much. You are so strong.
What kind of things? Because there's a lot of stamina that goes into doing idol performances. Do you have any particular things that you do for like in terms of like a workout? Or is like the dancing is your workout?
It's a little okay. So when I first started doing idol stuff like here on Earth, when I was like in human college. So I was also part of marching band. If you know anything about marching band, marching band gives you a lot of stamina because you have to be able to last like a 10-minute show with no breaks, constantly running around a field. It is terrible. And I didn't play an instrument. I was on the color guard. So I didn't have to like play one, but with color guard, like marching band, you're like walking most of the time. Color guard, you are running across that field all the time.
Yeah.
And you're throwing shit, you're rolling around, you're doing crazy shit. So like I already kind of had a lot of stamina from that. So I was pursuing idol stuff with that. So that was kind of my exercise. But Bad Geeks Unite, yes. After I graduated college, it was a little harder because I had work now. So it's like, shit, I don't have free time.
Hard to find time.
So my stamina kind of came from a mix of practicing normally and also just like everyday life. And then I try to like take some time to practice at my by myself, like at home, just to keep my stamina going. And then COVID hit, and my stamina has never recovered since, so. We had like 1.5 years off from being able to perform, and I never recovered my stamina quite as much as that used to be, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, it's always a work in progress.
Yeah, I need to like take time on my own, and I want to like figure out actual like stamina workouts and stuff.
Yeah, I want to like because my without going too much into it, it's hard to say because it's like I have some physical limitations that make it a little difficult to do more performances.
Yeah.
Nowadays, my bones hate me. Even though I turn into space dust most of the time, whenever I have to manifest an actual form when performing, so the bones come back. Yeah, and I'm like, shit, they're all broken.
The bones are like, why are you doing this again, please?
Bitch, give it a rest. So it's a little hard to have like certain mobility sometimes. But I want to get back into it because I just love doing things with my friends.
Yeah.
But I don't think well, I talked about it on debut where I really wanted to do a specific kind of cinematic 3D performance. And so that's definitely like a part of it is getting that mobility back to be able to do like a really good 3D performance. So I do like, I have my stretches and stuff like that, but I'm like, I want to like actually work on it because I know my stamina is shit. It is shit garbage.
Yeah. The biggest thing for idols is specifically like being able to sing and dance at the same time. So it's like you would need to have like specific stamina exercises for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it kind of just depends on what you're going for. Yeah.
Being an idol is hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Every day I get older and I'm like, oh, it gets even harder.
So I wanted to talk about veering slightly. But oh my god, you're freezing. Come back. There you are. That's okay. We'll work through the lag. But I want to specifically talk a little more about idol culture itself. So like whenever I think probably my favorite thing about idol culture is probably Woltage.
Yes!
Just in general.
Yes! It's so cool.
Because that is just like, it's so hard to describe what that is to people who are just not into idol culture. I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah, especially before it started getting more popular because of a particular VTuber in general. People would be like, what the hell is that?
Like,
why would you do that?
It's like, why?
It's so hard. It's so hard to explain.
Yes, energy. I just love energy.
Yeah.
Because the energy that's brought to idol performances is like, there's like nothing like it, you know?
Yeah, it's more than just watching someone perform. It's also getting the audience involved, and that's like the most rewarding thing. That's one of the things I really loved about idol culture in general is how like receptive and involved the audience is in the show too, because you have like fan chants and then you have like the light sticks, and it's so you have that bond of audience and performer all in one go, and it feels very rewarding.
Yeah. And that's
very, very nice.
That's also how you feel like so connected to your performers. Oh, I might just let your model catch up because oh no, she's going. Do you see her freezing on your end?
Not on my end, but I could see it on the stream.
Oh, okay. It might be a me thing.
Oh yeah, I do see yours freezing on my end.
Is it? Okay. It looks fine to me, so
yeah.
Damn.
No, the internet.
The internet struggle is always a thing. I could fuck with it, but I don't know.
The fear.
I don't know. I could. I might just leave it. Let her catch up. Belly, come back.
Oh, whoa.
I mean, like, your voice is there, so it's not a huge deal, but it's just like...
Yeah.
your face is going on a journey. I might... Okay. I might shit for a second, but I'm gonna switch and we'll see how. I'm gonna make
While you do this,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go piss.
Okay, go ahead. We should be fine, but be free.
Okay, I'm gonna go pee.
As I try to fix the settings. Okay, everybody, if the stream starts to lag for a second, just bear with me. It'll be fine. We'll be okay. Hold my hand. We're gonna do this journey together. Everybody hold my hand. All right. Ready? Okay. Okay. Hello? Are we okay? Are we alive? Oh, I gotta check. Are we alive? Oh. What does YouTube, no, what does YouTube say? YouTube says I'm fine. Okay. Still good? Okay. Yeah, I really had to disappear for a second, but it'll be okay. All right. Perfect. Welcome. Hi. Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. Chatting with my beloved. I love hanging out with Relly. She's so funny. She's so fun. She's a good Oshi to have. It's been a good while since we got to chat like one-on-one. We're always like, whenever we see each other, we're always like doing something. Oh, thanks. That's very nice. Thank you. I am her, or I recommended her some horror games that she's probably not going to play because they target all of her specific fears. So, but I am unafraid. I mean, there's certain, there's always like certain games that will like, I'll be like nervous to play. Her specific fears, everything. But horror games are not like difficult for me typically. Like, I find it so funny that she gets terrified playing Resident Evil. I'm just like, it's an action game. What is there to be scared about? You get to look at Leon Kennedy. It's fine. Yeah, typically. I'm a lot of people's handlers. But yeah, it's I had invited her on some things that I'm doing myself. And yeah, it's some of the horror games that I'm gonna play this week they're pretty spoochy, you know. I bet she needs them on. Yeah, I agree. And I played Dead Space and never got started. Oh my god, yeah, Dead Space is hard. Oh, thank you. Dead Space was really good atmosphere. I loved playing that. I never played it on stream, but just in my own time. I played through Dead Space 1 and 2. I don't think I played 3. I think I watched a playthrough of 3, but I didn't play it myself. I loved 2. 2, I think, actually, no, scratch that. 1 was perfect, honestly, because 1 was just like, this is everything that you need. It was such an interesting setup, and then they're so good at atmosphere. I liked even more. 3 I did, yeah, 3 was kind of meh. 1 was just perfect the way it's set up, and now we have, oh god, Silent Hill 2 remastered remake. Oh my god, she's beautiful. I love Silent Hill. The remake. I know I haven't. I haven't gotten to.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh yeah, I had to reset, so you're gone. I need you to come back to me.
Bibbidi bop bop boo wop. Let's see.
Yeah, we gotta connect again. Oh, actually, it'll be fine.
Okay, you should be able to still join in.
Yeah, let me do that real quick. Okay.
This says I'm hosting.
Join. You should be back on. There you are. Yeah, you're in the same position, so we're all good. Yay! I was talking about horror games.
Hell yeah. My baby.
Yes. I said that you could join me for some that I'm playing, but they have literally everything that you hate.
I like watching people play them.
Okay.
If I have to play them myself, I will literally cry and die.
It's yeah, you were describing to me about like, yeah, I hate horror games when there's like this like specific ghost. I'm like, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. As a black-haired like grunge monster.
I hate when they jump at me.
Yep. And
just don't come near me. Spook me from a distance, please.
Oh my god. I don't think you'll be able to because I'll be playing it earlier in the day, but when I play the letter, I'll send you like a VOD maybe, or like a part of the VOD, because I know when we get to like a certain part in that game, it's so fucking terrifying.
Oh.
And I want you to I want you to know what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary as shit.
I'm okay with like watching people play them.
Yeah. I was talking about
it's too immersive when I play them myself, and I get scared.
I was talking about how you were scared playing Resident Evil.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
And I'm like, why? Leon is right there.
I know, Leon's right there. I love him. Give me kisses. But
and also it's like an action game.
I know, but they still jump at me. It scared me. And the atmosphere.
It's scary.
The atmosphere is scary.
So, idols. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I was gonna ask you what your favorite thing about idol culture is.
Oh, that's hard.
Mm-hmm. And mine was Wodoge.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite things, is specifically like how involved the community is with idols. Because like usually when you talk about like regular like, I guess, celebrities or just like performers in general, it's a very like, oh, I really like this person, I like listening to their music, and that's it. But being a fan of like idols is so much more than that.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes it can be for the worse because people get obsessed and parasocial, and that's always been an issue with like idol culture. And it's also becoming something with VTubing because they're very similar to each other.
Yep.
But I do like how like involved and dedicated and the audience and like fans are. It's very cool. I love seeing people's like Ita bags, and I like seeing personalized checkies. Oh my god. And like fan chants for specific songs. I love learning the fan chants as like a viewer too. Like I'll sit in the audience and I'll learn the fan chants so I can cheer along, and I have my pin lights. It's one of my favorite things. I also just really like the costumes.
Yeah, costumes are huge.
I love wearing pretty dresses and sparkling and all kinds of things like that. So it's, I think those two things in general are the things that draw me to idols the most, is like the closeness with the community, and then also like I love the costumes. Yeah,
I love it. I love how, I said it before, but I love how creative people are. It was like a lot of I don't think I ever felt more alive than when reciting like the Ie Taiga at like an idol, at like somebody singing Fire Wiper! Like I've never felt more like truly alive than doing that.
One of my favorite ones to do nowadays, there's two songs that have really good fan chants in my opinion that are so fun to do. It's Ikanai Borderlines is really fun. But specifically, the Uma Musume song, Uma Pyoi Densetsu. It's a long title. The fan chant for that one is so involved and it's so fucking fun. Uma Pyoi, Omodachi. San ni each fight. It's so fun.
I love that so much. I love how into it people get.
Yes.
Every time I see somebody go fucking batshit in the audience for a call and response or anything like that, I'm like, yes, you're doing it.
It's like one of the most rewarding things to hear when you're on stage too, because you can hear that other people.
You can hear it,
themselves.
yeah.
Yes. That's why I'm going to regular concerts, people just sing along, and I'm like, no, I want to hear the fan chants, because then it's a lot more responsive, and I'm like, fuck yeah, you can see the light sticks and you can hear
the pen lights,
it's so nice. It's so rewarding as a performer.
I think that's also why I like that part of idol culture is like my favorite, because it's just like you being on stage, you don't feel like, you know, it's just you or it's just you and your group. It's just like, no, there's people out there and they're having a great time.
Like if you've never been on stage, you don't really know what it looks like up on stage. The lights are so bright on you and it's so dim in the audience. You can't see anyone. So being able to have like idol fans with pin lights and stuff, you can see that people are in the audience and cheering along. It's very rewarding. And then when you see like your color in the audience, you're like, oh my god, they're cheering for me.
It's nice. I don't think that's probably where I don't know like 100%, but I can imagine that's probably where it stemmed from for idols and stuff like that, being able for the performers to see like their the people out there supporting them is like through a pen light.
Yeah, it's very big in like Asian concert scenes, because they do it in K-pop too now.
Yeah. That's super. But they're like K-pop pen lights are their own beast.
Very different. Yeah,
very different.
I can tell K-pop like atmosphere and like fan culture evolved from J-pop. I think, but it became its own thing. So.
I was gonna say that's such a thing about like the differences between like idol outfits and then specifically going more towards like K-pop outfits and things like that, because that follows more towards the theme of the group than necessarily like a song or like the series or franchise.
There's so many variants of like idol culture out there. It's very interesting.
I love it. And that's what we always saying, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Literally
like
whatever you want.
This cookie cutter idol, that's popular, but I've seen so many like people like change that and become an idol for all kinds of things. There are alternative idols. There's idols who do all kinds of different stuff. You can be anything. There's an audience for everything.
I love tuny idols. I love it so much.
Yes.
It's my favorite because that to me peak theater. I'm like, that is it. Yes.
I really respect there's an idol that's pretty popular in the Kaigai scene here in the US, Melancholia. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's very much a alternative like type of idol, writes all his own music, and it's very different than what you would expect an idol to be, but it's very theatric. It's very
theatrical. I love it. I love it.
I respect it so much.
Yeah. I was just like, this is of course I love Lady Beard. Of course everybody loves Lady Beard.
Yeah, like Lady Beard, Baby Metal, all variants of idol culture.
I just love in general, there's a cover I want to do with you so bad. Where if I can get my screams down better, I want to do one so bad. Because you have such a good soft voice. So I love pairing soft voices with aggressive vocals. So I want to do it with you so bad.
Oh yeah.
Give me some time though, and let me get my recording set up, and then we'll make it happen.
Yeah, I need time anyway. I gotta catch up on all my other projects.
I know you're doing a lot. Don't worry, it won't be until like next year.
Yeah, I really liked Erasil. Your comment was like, it's funny how Japanese VTuber culture was born out of idol culture. It's so true, and it's definitely bridged, like VTuber culture bridging from idol culture, and then VTubers getting popular in the U.S. has helped bridge idol culture into the U.S. It's very cool. I'm very happy. especially some of the bigger name VTubers. I've already said her name. Respect.
Respect. Mad respect.
Are really putting it out there, and it's really bringing idols to more of a scene.
Mhm.
It's disheartening sometimes though, because a lot of people think of it as a VTuber thing, and I'm like, no, it's
No,
not.
no, no,
It's
no,
an idol
yeah.
thing.
Yeah. It's like, no. You got things backwards.
So I like seeing it become something that's more prevalent, because
Yeah.
then people don't think we're the weird kids anymore.
yeah. And
Idol
even
culture's
then,
becoming more popular.
and even then, taking the basis off of like, you know, a lot of VTubers came from idol culture, because it's like
Yeah.
that's like what it
I
is.
know.
It's like you were an idol and a VTuber.
I love seeing like there's so many more VTubers out there that
Mhm.
know about idols than I think, because
Yeah.
there's something like, yeah, I fucking love this idol group, and I'm like, you know about
It's
this
like,
thing?
what?
That's crazy. So many people singing "Can I Borderline," and I'm like,
Mhm,
yes, I feel so
Yes.
vindicated.
Yeah. But it's in that same vein of like, you can be any kind of idol you want to be. You can be any kind of VTuber you want to be.
Yes, literally.
And you don't have to. It's specifically, I'm talking about like following like your typical VTuber mold. You know, it's like you don't have to release covers. You don't have to do performances. You don't have to.
No.
You don't have to stream 24/7 if you don't want to. You can just throw up a
Yeah.
PNG and you can do. I love the people who do like academic lectures as a VTuber.
Yeah, I'm like, I wish I knew enough about a topic to do something like that.
Yeah,
I'm too stupid,
I'm
but
absolutely gonna do something like that.
hell yeah.
Because I have a lot of knowledge.
Yeah, it's really cool when I see people be like innovative in the VTuber sphere, because you don't have to do what everyone else does. You can literally do anything.
Do anything
so
you
diverse.
want. And it's like I always tell, if I can, tell people to like, when you set out, if you want to set out on your VTubing journey, just do something that you love, you know? Don't try to focus on like, listen, like I did a quote unquote proper debut because I wanted to.
Yeah, that's me too. I did it because that's the way I wanted to do it. You don't have to do that.
I want to do covers because I want to do covers.
Yes. I didn't do covers because I'm literally an idol. So.
And also you like singing and it's fun.
Yeah.
If I do any kind of performances or anything like that in the future, it's because I want to. I made a whole lore video that's yet to be released, but I made a whole lore video because I want to. Like I didn't hand draw all of that for fucking nothing. I wanted to.
Yeah, literally.
Nothing gets done unless it's something that I'm interested in and I want to do. Sometimes obviously you have to do the things that you're a little less that may not be the most fun.
Playing horror games.
Yeah. But
it's good for the content, but it's so hard for me.
it's hard
It's literally impossible.
Yeah. But I think any basis of like starting out at least should just purely be, is this something you want to do? Then do it. No matter what level, length, whatever you have to do, sink as much money as you want to or as little. You don't have to have an expensive model.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. The both of us are just crazy.
I saved up money for so long.
I did. I saved up for a long time. And even then I had the person, I drew this. This is me.
So talented.
Thank
I
you.
can't draw to save my life, so
I think you can. You draw the cute things.
not like this though.
Well, that's its whole other beast.
I will gladly pay people to do things for me.
I wanna pay people who know what they're doing, you know?
Yes, please. I can't.
I'm always of the fact that just like I can do the art. I'll be able to do the art, but I want a really good rigger. Especially for the ideas that I had in mind. That was my number one, was to have a good rigger.
It's the same for me. I paid more for rigging than art.
Yeah,
for this model.
absolutely. I paid nothing for the art. Yay!
Yeah, that's definitely true for you.
Yeah.
Really, doodle model? Oh my god! Wait, honestly, that'd
be cracked as hell. I would love
that'd be
that.
kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'd have to figure out how to like layer it properly, but
I can
try.
show you how. Yeah.
And then I don't need fancy rigging. Just
no.
just
Yeah.
make it do something.
Just make it move. Yeah. You can have somebody do that for you really easy, but I can show you how to do the layering and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the rigging was the most important thing to me so much. And I wanted to make sure that I had somebody that I knew was like could do what I needed. And yeah, that's where all my money went. And it's
like the art's nice, but the way it's brought to life is what's more important. It's
so important to me, and especially like you're talking a lot and people are looking at your face constantly. So I just want to make sure that the face is like as expressive as I can make it.
Yeah.
Through any limitations that I have is primarily with like my setup. It's not like my rigor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's like with the art that I did myself. Like that any limitations is like purely me. Yeah, and I'm really happy with the end result right now though.
Shut the hell up.
Shut up.
Talk about 101 class sounds really good though.
You can come onto my PowerPoint night and you can have a taco bell.
Oh, yes. I was starting to make a really silly PowerPoint just for fun. That was like I introduced every Idolmaster character one by one, but that PowerPoint's literally gonna be like fucking 24 hours long because there's at least 1,000 Idolmaster idols. I was literally doing just the funnies.
You can I'll dedicate a whole time slot for you because it's like that's a genuine thing where I just want to like I want to invite people on and I want them to like teach me something. So like with our friend Agent, I was like, yeah, do you want to teach me about magic?
Yeah.
And then because I want to learn how to play Magic the Gathering to actually play.
Ooh.
But we'll probably do like a regular like stream for that as well. But yeah, I'll have somebody come on. I asked Ribby somebody in the future to tell me more about certain things. And then yeah, you can just tell me about idols.
It would be my pleasure.
Or you can have a you can have an Attack on Titan PowerPoint.
Don't get me started. Oh my god.
Because I still haven't finished it. And you can just be like, hey, why you should watch it.
Let me tell you about how this shit literally blew my mind.
I promise I'll watch it one day.
It's okay. I'm already planning to subject like everyone in my members to watch the entirety of it with me.
Good.
So
fantastic. I did like a oh god, my brain. I have my whole hip mic PowerPoint because I was there from the fucking beginning. And so it was during the time when it was so new, and I was like, it's hard to get information on the series because it's kind of like Vocaloid, but it's not Vocaloid, where it's just like there is a ton of lore, but it's scattered throughout so many different songs and all these things. It is exactly special interest PowerPoint night.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I like hearing people talk about things that they love. That's my favorite.
Yes, it's so nice.
It's like when somebody is really passionate and also informative on something that they really like, I'm just like, tell me
about the things you love.
tell me about your loves. And also I just love making PowerPoints.
Hell yeah.
That's my special interest.
I want to make more.
You should.
The last PowerPoint I made was my debut PowerPoint.
Yeah. I made mine. You know how that went.
Yeah.
Which, did you like my BL section?
I did. It was very tasty. I didn't know a lot of them, but...
Oh, that's okay.
I knew some of them.
I would absolutely recommend Hidoku Shinaide to you. So, because I know, bitch, listen.
I knew we were going to get on this fucking topic.
Listen, okay? You would love Hidoku Shinaide because I know you would like that top so fucking much.
Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah. You would like him specifically in the second arc when the way that when he has his black hair, but I think you would still like it from the beginning.
Okay. I'm picking it up. I see the vision.
Because the original story is about like a bully and a nerd.
Ooh.
And then a fuck ton of character growth.
Hell yeah.
And then the top is like, oh my god. Then he becomes a person that's just like, you know, he's a little possessive, but he loves his partner so much, and it's really good. It's really good.
The other one also has glasses, so you already know that some... I'm
eating it up. He's such a little nerd. I love it.
Hell yeah.
And then I believe you read Sign, didn't you?
I did, yeah. It was very good.
Johan. Whoa. Man, I love men. I love huge men. And that's because I'm huge. So they also have to be huge.
I know.
What do you mean?
I'm very aware. I'm very aware.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think my favorite one I read, I didn't even really read it that recently, but I reread it again recently. It's it's a Chinese manhwa. It's Here You Are.
Do I know it? I have to see the cover.
It's so good. It's Here You Are, but the U is just the letter U.
Okay. Give me
they recently put it onto Webtoon, and I was like, what the hell? But I read it online. Yeah. Before it was on Webtoon. Oh, it's so good. I don't know what it is about it. It just like,
You're the perfect size for me, Ami. Ooh, he's cute. Oh, I do know this. Okay.
If you haven't read it, you should.
I haven't read it yet, but I've seen this cover. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my God.
I think you'd like it.
I probably would.
Oh, there was also the one. Oh, fuck. What was it called? I think you'd like this one too.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Yeah, that icon. Okay. I see. I see.
You are seeing, perceiving. Oh, shit. What was it called? Oh, my God. I don't remember. Hold on. I think I have a note somewhere. Do I still have it in here, though, is the question. Come on, baby girl. Where are you? Did I take it off? That's the problem. That'll suck if I did. Oh, I might have. I finished it, so I think I might have taken it off. Shit.
Damn.
It was about like this guy from the city, and he was a music producer, and he had to go take care of his grandparents' farm, or his grandfather's farm.
Is this a manga or a manhwa?
It's Korean.
Okay, manhwa.
And he meets this little guy. He's huge, and he works on a farm, and he's a little puppy dog guy.
I swear to God, I know what you're talking about. I swear to God.
It would be perfect for you because it's literally that's like your little thing.
I swear I know what you're talking about. That sounds super familiar.
I don't remember what it's called. Shit.
Manhwa. Was he in a band or what was it?
No. Hold on, I have to figure. It's gonna literally tear me up. Oh, I found it! It's called Love Tractor.
It is Love Tractor. Okay, Ami just said. I was like, is that Love Tractor?
Yes!
Oh my God.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Yes.
That one was so good.
Love Tractor. I do know this, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me double check. Yeah! Because he's, oh my God. Yes! He's so cute. And he's also, I love the panels where he has like all these little baby faces that he makes.
I know, it's so cute.
So cute.
It's like this huge man, but he's super cute.
Yeah, he's fucking, oh my God, he's fucking huge. This is my favorite.
Sorry, chat. You're about to see me get degenerate.
You should this is what I'm saying. Get more degenerate. Ooh, you want to ring Kingsmaker so bad. Ooh.
It's been on my list for a long time.
Ooh, you want to read Kingsmaker so bad. Kingsmaker is genuinely, I mean this, I'm so for real right now, one of my favorite manhwas out there.
Oh, I've been wanting to, so I think I just need to, if you know like the perfect place to read it, send it my way.
I'll send it to you, yes.
Yeah.
I did, it's the goat! It's the regency, it's the king and his retainer.
I love a good fantasy that has like revolving around like royalty. Ooh!
It's the advisor and his king, like come on, the childhood friends to lovers. Ooh.
I'm literally finishing a K-drama right now that's like childhood friends to lovers, and I was like,
yeah.
it's not usually a trope I go for because I'm usually more enemies to lovers, but I was like, damn, I forgot how good a good childhood friends to lovers could be. When it's done right, it's so good.
That's why I recommend you Hidoku Shinaide, because it's enemies to lovers.
Oh my god! You know me so well. I love when they hate each other.
I love it.
They fall in love. Oh my god.
It's great. This is why you like, I don't know who that is. But I know when you like, that's why you like Child so much.
Yeah, that's real.
But it was like, to me personally, I was like, we've never been an enemy. I've loved you all along.
Oh, yeah.
And now Capitano's here. And then I'm like, move, white boy.
No!
Hey.
It's okay. I'll keep him for myself.
They gave me Capitano on a silver fucking platter.
Yeah, he's made for you.
Yes.
Take him.
So, oh my god. The same for oh god, I'm blanking. It's not Primo, it's Piero? Piero?
Oh, Piero? Yeah, like the...
Piero. It's because the one, the single, the
Yes.
Yeah. God damn. He's so beautiful. I love him. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. That guy.
That guy. You're like, I have no opinion, but...
Yeah, I have no opinion. I'm a dedicated woman, except for when it comes to that fucking stupid-ass Pyro Abyss Selector that they introduced that one time.
Yeah, Enjo.
I love him so much! I wish...
Yeah, he checks a lot of boxes for you.
I know, it's terrible. I can't believe they made the perfect man and made him an NPC. What the fuck? Why am I cursed?
That's how I felt like with, oh god, no, I'm forgetting his name. Ito's, like, blue boyfriend. Oh god.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember his name either.
Fuck. What was his name? Oh my god. But then I'm just like, damn, y'all gave him the NPC-ass model and he looks like that. It's fucked up.
Oh, fuck.
It's fucked up. I wanted to see men kiss.
One day Hoyoverse will make the perfect man, and they haven't yet. The only one they've made is an NPC, and I'm like, I'm waiting. Where is he? They get so close every time.
Every time, so close.
Through.
That's why.
Like there's Welt, but he doesn't have the black hair, so he's not like.
We're so close, but not quite.
They just don't want to give me a playable character that has glasses. That's a hot guy. Why do they hate me?
They hate me in particular.
There's a guy in Zenless that is so close. He's not a playable character yet, but I know he will be. He has the black hair. He has the personality I like. He's almost there. He just doesn't have the glasses, and I'm like, why do they hate me?
Is it Lighter?
No, I mean Lighter's up there, yeah, but he's on like I can't remember the name of their squad 6. He's on the same squad as Sukoku, the little blue demon girl. They show him in a part of the story, and he has the same Japanese voice actor as Wanderer, so I know he's gonna be a playable. There's no way they'd waste that voice actor on an NPC. But he's gorgeous. I don't remember his name though, because he showed up once.
I get the residuals of Zenless, because I was like, I kind of want to play, but
Ooh, I'm having a good time.
Yeah, it's just hard for me to play so many gacha because I don't have time for anything.
I know. That's literally, I wasn't gonna play Zenless at first because I was like, I can't play another fucking gacha game. but I did,
can't.
and I like it.
I can. It's not another one.
So sorry, I'm about to say this. I like Zinless better than Honkai Star Rail, so that one's kind of fallen to the pits with me lately. I like the characters, and I'll play when I have a character out that I like, but I don't know. It's just doesn't grip me as much. So because I'm playing so many gacha games, it's like I have to prioritize. I work full time. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's Miss Jane. Oh, and her little cat boyfriend. Oh my god.
Make them kiss.
Make them kiss. That's also why I like Zenless, because I look at the female character designs for Zenless and I'm like, oh, this is it.
I know. Literally, I love the Zenless character designs because, like I said earlier, I really like Arknight's character designs. That sci-fi, militaristic look.
Yeah.
And then Zenless came out, and I was like, they're literally feeding me right now.
Yeah.
It has that similar aesthetic I love.
Honkai has that kind of thing where it's like, it's still like, you know, Honkai's futuristic, yeah?
Yeah, Honkai is, yeah.
But it still has that very, like, notably, like, like a Danmei quality to it sometimes.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like we're close, but not quite. But Zenless feels like, this is it.
They fed that, like, sci-fi tech, futuristic thing to me, and I'm eating that shit up.
Yeah. And then they gave me, oh my god, I look at Lighter and I'm like, shit, you're really convincing me.
I love Nicholas D. Wolfwood.
I love Nicholas D. Wolfwood. He's stupid like Nick is. It's great.
Yeah, I'm excited for him to come out because I'm not pulling for anyone on this patch with Zenless right now because I wasn't really interested in either of them. I'm being a little more picky with Zenless than I am with like Genshin. So
yeah, that's
and then
fair.
they tease Lighter and I was like, oh, here we go. I'm about to eat.
Ooh, we eating tonight. And then
I'm eating a good meal.
They also gave me Lycon and I was like, fuck. Damn, you're really tempting me.
They kind of cooked.
They did cook. And I was like, oh my god. And also that, like, Lycon is like a gentleman and he has
oh my god,
this very nice suit on. And I'm like, ah!
I'm so obsessed with everyone from Victoria Housekeeping. I love them so much. I'm so mad because I wasn't gonna play Zenless, and then the first patch they released fucking Ellen, and I was like, it's so over for me. I love her so much, so I caved because of Ellen.
Yeah, and then they're just my timeline is just filled with is hey, do you want to see Zenless boys kiss? And I'm like, I sure do.
Yeah, sure. I'll never say no to boys kissing.
I'll never say no to boys kissing. That's like
sorry
just
to my regulars.
As an enabler, I want you to get more degenerate, and I'll say this till I die.
I think there was one time like two of my chatters started flirting with each other jokingly, and I was like, oh my god, this is literally the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Right before my eyes. Yes.
Start kissing.
Start. Go. I have yeah. I have for oh god, what was another there was another manga I wanted you to read. Any of they might not be your typical flavor, but I think you would just like the art style in general. And I will
always try something for an art style.
You've probably seen them, either the Triple X Allergy series or like Therapy Game.
Oh, I've seen Therapy Game, yeah.
I always recommend those to everybody because I think even if it's not like, it's hard for it to not be your cup of tea because the art is just so beautiful. I may be biased a little bit because I love Hinohara Meguru so much, but all of her work is stunning. I
don't remember how I've seen Therapy Game, but I've heard about it before, but I haven't read either of them.
It's probably
They're probably from you, yeah. Oh wait, I looked up Triple X Allergy. These guys look familiar.
And
maybe the art style though.
That's probably it too. But I think you would enjoy it because it's just a really good story in general. But it's also just so beautifully drawn.
Yeah, this art style is gorgeous.
Ah,
That's one of the reasons I really like Sasuke Miyano is the manga's art
yeah.
style is so pretty.
The same for Stranger by the Sea.
Yeah.
It was
I didn't read that one,
specifically.
but I watched it.
Yeah, the I mean, even in the anime, it was so beautiful. But
Mhm.
the specifically the manga is like very like painterly to me, like the backgrounds and stuff like that. It's like so much of it invokes like watercolors and things like that in my eyes,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Hell yeah. I love a nice, pretty art style.
And then you should also read Kingsmaker.
It's all just falling into place now at this point. How am I supposed to say no?
Whenever you do, you have to tell me.
Okay, yeah, don't worry. I already have like the DM group set up and ready to go.
Perfect.
Start.
Perfect. I was like, I want every single update. It's like, what do you think? It's fully finished, so you have all the time in the world.
I remember when I tried to look for it in the past to read it, I couldn't find a.
Yeah.
There was a safe for work option, and I'm like, no, I want.
No. Yeah.
I want the good stuff.
So it was also at the beginning originally the safer work version was because it was like that was the English version that was available.
Oh,
so if you wanted to get the NSFW, it was only in Korean.
Yeah, I think that's why I didn't read it at the time, is because I couldn't find that version I wanted.
Yeah, the first arc is just all pure story based because it's them when they're children, obviously.
I mean, yeah, valid.
Yeah. So and it's all because the story is like huge.
Yes.
And we follow like the the usurping of the king before the prince takes over, he becomes the new king, then we follow his story as king. So yeah, oh my god, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. There was, oh god, I think in my PowerPoint, what was another one? You like Sign and you know Stranger by the Sea. I don't think Mad K would be your alley. I would like have where's my PowerPoint?
Pull up the damn PowerPoint.
Pull up the PowerPoint.
I've read so much stuff, but sometimes I just forget about the things I've read because I don't keep a list.
Oh my god, yeah. I've been around the block, you know? I've been around.
I'm also like, I've read a good bit of BL, but I feel like I haven't read as much as other people because I don't know. I think I'm just really picky with art style.
That's totally fair.
Yeah, so I've read some stuff, but I feel like I read more fan fiction than I read BL.
Which is also fair.
Yeah.
What's
Love me a good fan fiction.
What's your favorite fanfic trope?
Oh. Oh god. It depends on the franchise, I think.
I agree.
I mean, enemies to lovers is always up there.
I have such a bias for Regency AUs and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that too. Yep. I love Regency AU is so good.
But it's so genuinely, I'll read anything as long as it's like interesting, you know?
Yeah, as long as it's interesting and written well.
Or the NSFW is really good. I'm like, perfect.
Yeah.
And then, oh, I found it. There it is. You didn't. Go ahead.
Meeting the family. That shit.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Or
it
it's like
so soft.
pretend marriage.
Yes! Oh my god. That's so good.
It's like on top of meeting the family. Oh my god.
Yes.
What was that movie, The Proposal, where they had to do that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's god. I watched that movie, I mean, like, somewhat recently. I kind of mostly had it on the background, and then I was like, damn, this movie's really good.
It's literally the originator.
Yeah, I was like, this is it. This is the pretend marriage. I love this.
Fanfic trope.
I
watched a K-drama recently that was like fake marriage, and I was like, oh, I forgot how much I love this.
It's like, ooh, I eat it up, mom.
Like marriage for convenience. Hell yeah. And then they fall in love. Actually.
And then they kiss. You never read, I found it. You never read Dear Door, did you?
No, I haven't, but I've heard about it.
It's good. We have a couple mutual friends who are into it. as well as me. I love it. It ticks all of my boxes of like, oh,
yeah, I've heard good things about it.
You got a huge man who's also a demon. I love it. Sign me the fuck up. It's a little bit toxic. It's great. There's a subplot in it that's like insane. Because it's like peak toxic yaoi. It's so good.
A little toxic yaoi never hurt anyone.
Never hurt anyone.
Oh, that reminded me of one that I really, really liked in the past that I read. I went into it and I was like, okay, I see the tropes. Then all of a sudden, the plot was insane, and I was like, where did this come from? It was called Blood Bank. I'm pretty sure you've probably heard of it before. Yeah, Blood Bank was so good. I was like, I read it and I was like, ooh, these tropes are tasty. I'll read this. And all of a sudden, boom, more. And I was like, whoa, where did this come from? Why is it so good?
Yeah, it was really good.
I was like, I thought this was just like
Blood Bank Mansion.
I thought it was just here for like no, you know how it's like the no plot, and it was like all of a sudden there was so much plot, and I was like, whoa.
It was because they had the original where they were like building up as like, all right, here's the setting, here's what vampires are like in this setting, here's what we do here, blah blah blah. If you didn't know by the title Blood Bank, it's about vampires.
I love a good vampire story.
I love a vampire story. But then it's like, I was like, okay, I got it. I understand. But then Shell was just like not at all what I was like going into as a, because usually when you have like the vampire, they're all like suave and confident and beautiful. And then,
he's very much not that.
He's not at all that. I love Shell so much.
I love him. He's so cute.
He's so cute. The biggest baby blue eyes I've ever seen, even though they're red most of the time. But God, I love him. He's so cute.
Both of their the main two guys' character designs are like, I'm eating that shit.
Oh my God, and of course because the other one is tall, black hair, and glasses.
Yay! I love black hair and glasses.
I loved one so much. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, oh yeah. There you go.
That explains it.
There you go. Do you want to
I read it on a whim, and I ended up just absolutely loving it.
Yeah, I read it when it was like close to ending, so I kind of let it finish, and then I crashed through it.
Yeah.
And I was like, so damn, this is really good. I ran out of my margarita, and I want to get another one. Can you entertain chat for me?
I can try.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I say that like I don't stream by myself all the time.
My model might get funky for a second. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Hey, Shardies. Hey, how are you? Are you enjoying us talking about boys kissing? Oh my goodness. It's the most superior piece of... Ooh, okay, okay. Humongous. That's a great ship name. Storyteller X Humongous. Yeah, Blood Bank, not Blood Bag. It's, I mean, if you don't like BL, it won't be your cup of tea, but it's really good. It's like, if you like vampires and a lot of spicy scenes, and then all of a sudden there's a shit ton of plot and lore, it's so good. The lore was crazy. It came out of nowhere, and it was so tasty. I know I don't talk about liking BL a lot on stream, but it's there. It's always there. Hey guys, what's up? Isn't Miss Teller lovely? I love her so much. We can speak so candidly together, so I'm like, I know I can say whatever the fuck I want and it'll be fine. It's nice, it's nice. About tomboys kissing? No. See, we're on two different levels here. I mean, I wouldn't mind tomboys kissing either. I'm a woman of the people. I like everything. I'll eat anything, not gonna lie. Whoa, wait, I didn't mean it like that. Wait. I'll eat any story. There's no way I can explain this. Fuck. I like all kinds of stories and 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 relationships. Fuck. Anyway, yeah. Boys kissing. Oh man. I'm embarrassing myself. This is why I shouldn't be allowed to talk by myself. Who lets me stream by myself? This is crazy. What's my type? I'm pretty sure I said my type on stream before.
We all know your type. Black hair, glasses. Tall.
Yeah. I can also take it separately, like just black hair or just glasses, but I prefer both of them together.
You do like a Megane.
Yes. I love Megane.
You're gonna hear my keys jingle because my bottle opener is on them. I have a bad dragon bottle opener.
Or Leon Kennedy, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
So like I've talked about like my Venn diagram.
Yeah.
There's 3 circles. There's black hair, there's glasses, and then the third circle that I really like is like guys who are like kind of serious. But usually half the time they're like really goofy also.
Yeah.
And I feel like Leon Kennedy kind of fits in that bubble. So he's still in there. But I also do have outliers because like fucking Tartaglia from Genshin, he doesn't fit in any of those.
No.
I don't know why the fuck I like this guy. He just showed up and was like, "Hey, girly," and
Hey,
I was
girly.
like, "Oh my god,
Like,
hey."
whoa. Whoa.
This is not my usual type, but I'll take it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm receiving messages from a higher being. Yeah, sorry, I'm drinking. I have to turn around and my model gets weird. I'm ascending.
The drinks really like your form just like freaks out.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, oh, I'm a little tipsy. Tee.
Whoa. Yeah, it's...
Suddenly the stars can't communicate.
Nope. It was, yeah, it's I every time I bring somebody on, I just end up talking about BL. It's just
it's the way it is.
It's in my nature. I should share my Venn diagram eventually, but it's not a surprise to anyone.
I was like, I need to remake mine because mine was kind of old, so I remade it on stream, and I was like, this is the most you've ever seen about me. I'm so sorry for what you're about to see.
I never apologize. I was like, this is who I am. You will accept it.
One day I'll be that proud.
I am. I'm proud of my tastes, and I will show them front and center, even on debut.
I don't think it's not that I'm not proud of who I am. I'm just like, I am so embarrassing.
I'm cringe, but I am free.
I'm cringe.
I'm cringe, but I am free.
I have an image to upkeep, you know? But it's slowly crumbling away. People are figuring out that I'm not cool. I'm actually just really cringe.
I think you're so cool and also cringe at the same time.
You can be both.
You can be both. I like it when people accept who they are. Sorry, I'm taking off my crown. Whee!
Oh, lose the shorts. Sorry, that was so much. Take it off. Woo!
Whoa! Lose the shorts. I like all the toggles that you can do. Those are so fun.
Yeah, it's always my favorite. I'm really hoping I'm like cooking my 2.0 slowly. The problem is I don't have money for it.
Yeah.
But when it eventually does happen, I have a lot of like toggle ideas I want to do for the next one.
Yeah, when I have to update certain things, like my legs.
Yeah.
That's first. But then afterwards, I have some more expressions I want to draw and do. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's literally what I did with this one. Is this is technically the 1.1 version. I had like expressions and like small updates added on. So
my crown now. Okay, be careful with it. That was a gift.
As long as you return it.
As long as you return it. Yeah, it was. Oh my God, we're like. Are you? Do you need to be somewhere? But do you need to leave anytime before I go into like another tangent?
I'm I'm good for like another hour.
Okay. I love looking. I would like just browsing people's models. Because I want to see like the insanely cool things that people do with their models nowadays. It's my favorite pastime.
I know, it's so cool. I'm like, it's really cool to be like being into VTubing, even though I wasn't a VTuber myself until like, you know, like last year. I've always been into it like since ye old days. But it's really cool seeing, because it's such a evolving medium that it always something new happens, and it's so cool to see it evolve over time, and the cool things you can do with Live 2D specifically. It's so cool.
I love seeing,
and also just like poor riggers. They are,
oh my god,
the amount of work they put in nowadays for some of like the higher end models. I'm like, are you okay? Do you need help?
Jesus Christ. I was like, yeah, I'm so glad you're getting properly compensated for this, let's just say.
But also, that is so much work.
God,
are you okay?
So much work. I feel like it's especially the baseline for models now is like so much. As in like when I went to my rigger, it was like the things that were already included was like, you know, the leans and everything, and then like certain hip movements and things like that. That was already like part of the full package if I went with that. And I was like, I don't care whether I have a lean or not.
Yeah.
I was like, we don't have to do all that. But that's like a lot of baseline now is like, can it move this way and that? Does it have like these certain like facial features and like movements and stuff like that? And I was like, we don't gotta do all that.
Yeah, I know. The one that I see a lot nowadays that I'm like, that is way too much. Is like the full 90-degree face turns. I'm like, that's too much work.
Too much. This
we don't be needing all that.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm like, why would I need to turn full 90 degrees? I feel like I'm like killing the Live 2D rigger.
Yeah. And yeah, God, how models have evolved nowadays is crazy. I love it from an artistic perspective and from a technical perspective, but then I also think about like even when I was just drawing this, I was like, I'm gonna jump off a cliff. This is awful.
This is terrible.
This is terrible. Why am I doing this? And I think about like some of the things, especially for like certain toggles and things like that, or like constantly looping I guess animations that happen on certain body types and things like that. 200 layers just for one small piece, you know?
I know. I'm like scared to count how many layers were on this model, because I remember getting
I want to see it so bad.
The file, and I was like, this is fucking chunky as hell.
I think my layers ended up being, for the whole thing, I kind of chunked a lot of things together because I was just like, it's my first time drawing a model, and then two, it was also just like, I know what I want to do for a 2.0, so I was just like, this is like, we're gonna see what happens with this one.
Yeah.
And I think I ended up with 250.
Damn.
Maybe. Hi, Goy. We're talking layers.
Yeah, we're talking layers. Speaking of, remove a few.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, I got the Riz.
Yo, yeah, that was a good one.
You know, I got the Riz. Sorry. The Rizness. I can't help myself.
Spit out my fucking drink.
I hear the word Riz and immediately that's just the song I think of. And everyone's like, Relly, why are you singing this stupid song again? And I can't help it.
It's your echolalia. It's okay. I understand. That's just how. You guys weren't there for when I got California Girls stuck in our brain.
Just setting up for stream. I couldn't stop singing it.
Or testing a few things, and you don't even know all the songs, so you're just singing the main chorus. You're like, that's how it goes? Yeah. So funny.
Oh my god.
But I love how we both had the same idea with like, we wanted to make sure we had stars that move.
Yes, yeah. That was something big I really wanted.
And so showing that off a little bit.
Literally, my last name is based on a constellation, so I'm
Mhm.
like, I feel like it's mandatory.
Yeah, which is on my body. Congratulations.
I have them in my skirt, and then I have stars in my eyes. They're just really hard to see unless I'm really close.
You gotta get real close to the camera. But Tyler Cruz Dynamite. Did you sing Dynamite?
I did. I was literally that karaoke.
You were
stream
just
was
going
half,
silly.
like, it was like half songs. I was like, imagine I'm a girl in the early 2000s, and then also like just stupid ass songs.
I remember when, oh God, were you there for the end bit of it? When we were all together and we went for karaoke and then we ended it with Fireball? Were you there for that?
Yes, I was
Okay,
there.
you were there for the, because I know some people stepped out. So.
I'm pretty sure I was there.
That's so fucking funny.
Fireball.
That was good. That was good. I miss, that was fun.
That was a very fun trip.
Yeah, because then you're also like, because you were among other things that we were singing that weekend, it was also singing the Vampire Night opening. But it was just the anime version because they're like, I don't remember how the whole song goes.
Yeah. I know Koi would.
Agaku.
That weekend was what's the phrase?
Lit.
I mean, yes, but it was like it was a movie. Yeah, that weekend was a movie. That's the phrase I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Because we were also singing, oh God, who sings that song? No, it's in hyphen, right? Where?
Bitey?
Yeah.
Come here, my good son. Come on here, let me.
And so we were you're singing that throughout the weekend.
It's you and me in this world. Come on, kids, and bite me. I don't know what was in the water that weekend. We were cracked out of our gourd.
We were acted up. I think, no, it was because you didn't have a performance to do.
Yeah, that's true.
And so you were
I was a free bird all weekend.
Yeah, you were like, bitch, we can do whatever.
I can do whatever I want. I don't have any obligations.
That's so freeing. I know you wanted to, because it's always like, it's always nice to perform and everything. But oh my God, having a free weekend.
It's very nice. That was how it was when I went to Otakon recently too. I had no obligations, and I was like,
freedom, yippee!
But I don't know. Otakon was fun, but something about that particular weekend that I don't know what it was. It was just there was something in the water.
Yeah, I wasn't able to join you then, but we're doing it next year.
Next year.
Yeah. I love going to cons with you. It's so fun. It's always fun to room together.
You. I kind of have like that crackhead energy.
Yeah.
So I'm like a kid who got sugar at 11 p.m.
We have so many photos of all those photos we took when you were just like laying on the bed, like not even fully laying on the bed. You were on the edge of it. It's like halfway falling off and you're like, yes, this is where I belong.
My favorite thing is to bring that degenerate, like crazy ass energy to a convention. So
yeah, when we go to do our nighttime fun times, and everybody's got a drink in hand for the most part.
Hell yeah.
I love going to cons as an adult.
I know.
I remember doing that and like looking at how I mean, I've always been old, but like seeing how the younger audiences, and then how they have to get like, once it hits like 4 p.m. that I'm just like, sorry y'all, there's nothing for you to do anymore.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get silly.
Get out of here.
Put my ass out.
Yeah, I'm shaking my ass. There's a lot of degeneracy happening. Save yourself. There was they don't do this anymore, but one of my favorite things, this is a little explicit, so sorry. But one of
Minors, cover your ears.
Cover your ears. But one of my favorite things that I thought was so funny that they don't do anymore was hentai dubbings.
Oh yeah.
God, I loved those. Oh my God, it was so funny. It was like hit or miss sometimes, honestly. It was we would go into one of the rooms, and then sometimes like somebody would go up on stage and just like kill it, you know?
Hell yeah.
It's just like, oh my God, this is so fucking hilarious. And then other people would go up and they're just like, you know, they're unsure. Most of the time they're just making like weird sounds more than anything. But there was one time, I'm not gonna be too explicit about it, but there was one time where the people who went up like developed their own entire plot.
Oh my God.
When they were dubbing over scenes. Because it's all out of context. So obviously when you have like, even with context, half the content is just like, what the fuck is happening? But when they were dubbing over a specific like a scene that was like out of context, and it was like so interesting.
That's
wild.
like the entirety of ghost stories.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's why it was so funny. It felt like a Ghost Stories dub. And they killed it. I don't even remember what the story was about. Oh, fuck. It was so long ago, but I remember I was crying. I was just kind of hanging out in the back for the most part, because I wanted to just kind of pop in, see what it was about, and leave. I was on the floor and I was full tears, crying, laughing. It was so fucking funny.
Oh my God.
I wish they did more of those, but I kind of get why they don't.
Yeah.
It's such it's such a thing. Instead we have...
It's definitely a thing of its time.
Yeah. This was a long time ago. But it was during the now a lot of like 18 plus panels are mostly just like an excuse to be like, hey, we're all adults here.
Yeah.
Let's just all use regular language and not have to
I could say fuck.
Not have to like censor ourselves so much. But I love going to 18 plus. Did you ever go to one of the 18 plus panels where they like read a fanfic or like write a fanfic?
I don't think I ever did, actually.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
I don't know why, but I'm so bad at going to panels when I'm at a convention because I'm always doing
half the time
things,
you're busy,
so...
yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I try to when I can, though.
Yeah. It was, oh God, what was the story about? I want to say, oh shit. I think that it's kind of like a fill in the blank kind of like story that they did. Where people would shout out like a name of a character, another name of the character, where are they, and like what's the setting, what are they doing, something like that. It ain't a con if you don't hit up karaoke after dark, baby.
Hell yeah.
And if there's not one, we go make one.
Yeah, like, oh my God,
like
fuck AWA.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I love AWA.
I love it so much.
That karaoke, and they said, before you ask, we don't have anime songs. And I'm like, literally at
an anime convention. What the fuck do you mean?
Bruh.
Oh my God.
We left immediately.
Yeah, the one we went to home at, where we did like almost all Niji songs. So good. So good.
Crazy. It was a movie.
Yeah, it was they gave names. The crowd would choose these things, and then they would fill in the blank for the story that they made. The funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah. Crazy.
I think the last one I went to was like, it was like Goofy and Shrek or something like that. Oh God, it's been a while. It was so funny. It was so good. It's like sometimes with our friend group, how we pass around a phone and write something.
Oh my God.
It's very similar vibes. Yeah, like IRL Mad Libs, exactly. So funny.
Oh my God. Some of those stories are insane. They make no goddamn sense.
I read some of them back because we saved them. So I read some of them back, and I'm just like, y'all, how did we get here?
How did this happen?
I am cringe, but I am free.
Yuppie.
Yuppie.
I love being cringe.
I love
with my
being
friends.
cringe. Yeah, that's the best part when you have the group of people that you can just kind of like. I don't know.
I know I can say the most unhinged
I
shit
could-
to you.
yeah.
You won't be like,
Actually,
that's kind of cringe.
actually. Well, that's fun.
Get canceled on Twitter, idiot.
Yeah, exactly. Text makes a story sentence by sentence member stream. That's cute.
Oh.
For that'd be funny. But it's like the I love whenever we get to go to cons, and I especially like when you're not busy, so we can actually hang out.
Yeah, that's always nice.
But I know you have your duties. You got to do what you got to do. And no matter what, I like watching you perform, so I'm winning either way.
Yay.
It's just hard.
Nice.
Yeah, it's hard to set up whenever we want to do like photo shoots and stuff like that, and you're like,
oh,
I can do
I can do this specific time and this specific time, but this whole day I'm busy.
Nope. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of plans. I just kind of wander around, so I can kind of do whatever. But yeah, you're just like, no.
Yeah, that's why I'm so used to not making plans at cons, even when I don't have like obligations, because like I'm so used to I don't know, just not making plans except for my obligations. So I don't really. I'm like, I'm not going to a con being like I have to do this, and this. I'm like, I'm just gonna be there.
Yep.
Yay.
I'm just gonna hang out. And I don't think you get, if you're like busy, I don't think you get a legitimate free day until like Sunday.
Yeah.
And by then everything's over.
Yeah, it depends. But like when I'm really busy, like my free day is Sunday and I'm going shopping. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You fucking God. I had to watch you. The money I watch you spend.
I hate when that damn idol booth is there. I spend so much money.
You know she's coming back.
That booth was at like a couple cons recently, and I wasn't as impressed with the stock there. But it used to be. I dropped like $300 at that booth alone.
Yeah, it's a lot of because we spend most of our time in Artist Alley.
Yeah, I love Artist Alley.
We're gonna head out. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you, Tom. Bye bye.
For the I mean a lot of my money just goes to Artist Alley, but also for one, it's I genuinely rather spend it at Artist Alley.
Yeah. It's like nowadays I have access to so many outlets to buy official merchandise online now. And everything in the dealer's room is very overpriced. Like I'm a figure collector nowadays. That when I was younger, I didn't know any better. But nowadays, I buy so many figures. I'm like, I know what they're supposed to be priced. This is not worth $700. So it's like I don't buy too much in the dealer's room nowadays. It's only if it's stuff that it's really hard to find online. And if
absolutely.
To be there, I will pick that shit up.
If there's a Nendo that's there that I know is like, this is like sold out, or it's like hard as fuck to get. Like I'm looking for like, I think 3 specific Nendos, and if they're like $100, so be it.
Yes.
Like the vendors have little snacks. Yeah. I love the melon bread that some of the vendors have.
Melon bread. I love the pastries and the snacks. Yes. Especially when they have that little I like canned boba is not as good as like regular boba, of course. But there's this one specific canned boba that's melon flavored that I will snatch up every time just because I like the taste of melon milk tea. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same for any kind of like any kind of just like royal milk teas or anything like that. My beloved.
One of my local Asian market has the royal milk tea, and every time I go, I get some. It's so good.
Does yours have those melon bars?
I don't know. I'd have to check. I haven't been in a hot minute because I just haven't really needed to, but I need to go again because I'm running out of a lot of the stuff I use that I can't get at my normal grocery store.
Yeah.
So.
Next time is my shopping day. I keep meaning to go to my local Asian market, but I always like something comes up and then I'm like, well, I'm poor again, so can't do that anymore. But it's my nearest Asian store has the melon ice cream bars. And then it also has the honey butter chips. God, they're so good. Did you know I didn't actually have those until Ami gave me a bag? And
Really?
we were like, we were sitting in a hotel room. We were having like a little vacation, and it was like, these are the chips that Seven eats all the time, and I was like, oh,
Yep.
I was like, I see, I didn't know, I've never had them, and he's like, you've never had, eat it. And then I had
really
it,
good.
and I get it, it's so good. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? This is like the best chip I've ever eaten.
It's so yummy.
Were you a huge Mystic Messenger girly?
What?
Were you a huge Mystic Messenger girly?
I was, yeah, when it was popular. I was there in the days when I was waking up at 3 a.m. to get my phone call. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you can guess who was my favorite.
I bet you can guess who's my favorite. Says Jumin Han, baby.
Yeah, me too. Literally, like, every bill of my type.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's so obvious.
I was like, he's a little bit of a bitch. He's a little uptight. He loves cats. And oh my god, is such a interesting fun flair.
So fun.
I didn't expect to well, I can't say that. I was gonna say I didn't expect to like Seven as much as I did, but he had the most compelling story, so it's like, of course,
his story was really good.
Of course I liked him.
My favorite like thing that I like to mention about Mystic Messengers, whenever I was playing it, the only people who I knew at the time who played it was me and like a very close friend of mine. My favorite was Jumin, and then her favorite was 707. And the way we were both playing it together was that we were playing everyone else's stories, and then we're gonna save our favorite for last. What's funny is neither of us actually ever played our favorite person's character. We played everyone else's.
Really?
It's crazy. I literally played everyone else, but I never actually got to play Jumin's story route because I saved it for last and then didn't end up playing it.
Never played it. I played his first.
The same shit happened to my friend. I was like, that's crazy.
That's so funny. I did.
It's like Jumin's and 707s were like specific. You had to like play other people's to get unlock theirs. I'm pretty sure that's the way it was.
I think I did Yusung and Jaehee's first.
Yeah.
But either way, I went through everybody until I think there was that patch where you could have a route with V.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I don't think I ever did that.
I didn't do that one either.
I can't remember. But otherwise, I definitely played all the main ones. And then once a year, someone brings up Mystic Messenger.
Yep, it's back again.
It's back again. I mean, so you know this. I have two types. It's that they're like big, empowering, has a lot of presence, very a notable figure. And then on the other hand, they're very cute and they're small and they're little baby face. And so I love Yusung so much. He's so cute. It's the other part in me that makes me want to like bully him a little bit. He's so cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
Big, sexy lady and tiny little boy.
My favorite. Yeah, I'll throw up my... I think I should talk about my Venn diagram at some point. It's just like,
yes,
here it is. Those that get uppies priority, yes. It's after Ami, then Relly gets uppies, and then everybody else can get in line.
Get in line. I'm next.
Move!
Get out of the way.
Cause oh wait, never mind. I was gonna move us to be like actually size accurate to see where you would come up to me. You essentially, because I have the chart by me because I was doing some things with it. But you essentially come up to my my hip, I think, my waist.
Really? That's crazy.
I think I can send it to you. Hold on, so you can have the visual. Yeah, because I was doing I had to put it on hold, but I was doing some art stuff. Because I want to draw a couple things for like future collabs and stuff like that. I just never got around to finishing it. But where are you? There you are. There you are. I can't help it. Well, it's all accidental. I do in fact have a fat ass.
Yeah.
Whoa. There you are. I found you. Okay. That should be...
Oh my goodness. Wowza.
Yeah, that would be your height compared to me.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You're so small.
I always see you in your like your human form, so you gotta show me your astral form one day.
Well, I promise. It's just more convenient to like, you know, be smaller to conduct normal daily life.
Doors aren't really made for ladies that are 7 feet tall.
No, neither are cars and driving. My poor knees.
and you're stuck on this bitch of a nurse.
Yes. Oh, there was something else I wanted to ask you, but I forgot. I think it was about conventions. Yes. Whenever you get the chance to just like, well, I guess in general, what's your favorite part about it being at a convention?
Probably just getting to be able to see people that I don't normally get to see.
I agree.
Because like I've been to some really ass conventions in my life. But I literally only went to them so I could see people that I knew and like friends.
True. I've been to some
I didn't
ass
experience
conventions.
like yeah, they were fucking bad. I didn't go to anything else. Like I browsed the dealers hall, bought nothing. None of the panels were interesting. And so I was just like, okay, I'm just here for my homies, and then like we hang out the whole time, and that's it.
And then it's fun because
So,
you're with
yeah.
the boys, with the gang.
Yeah, and then one of my other favorite things, specifically going to like some of the larger conventions, is the guests that they'll bring in are really cool. Like, I think one of my favorite things I did recently was at AWA last year was that some of the DJ guests were fucking insane.
Yes.
I got to see Teddy Lloyd live. I got to see Taku Inoue live. I was like, wow, this is awesome.
Fuck, I forgot Taku Inoue was there. Yeah, that's
Yes,
crazy.
he played a fucking Umajoy and I lost my shit. That was like an awesome rave. That was so good.
Was he one of the composers for Cinderella Girls stuff, or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He did a few, I'm pretty sure.
Because when I think well, definitely Tulips came on.
Yes.
And
he
then
played Tulip, and he played oh god.
Was it Hotel Moonside or was it something else?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like Moon something.
Fuck, I love Hotel Moonside so much. God, what a
that song's so
banger
good.
of a song.
Yeah.
And I was yeah, I couldn't stay for long because my body was starting to give out on me, but it was
yeah, I stayed for Teddy Lloyd because I was dedicated, and I literally was dying by the end.
Yeah, because he was like the last person.
He was second to last, so I didn't even stay for the last person. But all those sets were like a fucking hour, so I was there for like 3 hours, and by the time I got back to the hotel room, I took my heels off and I couldn't stand anymore.
Yeah,
I had to sit in the shower because my feet hurt so bad.
We also with another, we had to get up really early for a photo shoot, so we were like, we had to go to bed.
I had no obligations, so I was like, I'm staying for Teddy
I'm here,
Lloyd.
bitch. I wanted to see Teddy Lloyd so bad, but we got to like the third set, I think. And then I was like, I like, we gotta go. I physically can't stand anymore. Sometimes I think about if I really do. Like I have a cane, but like I don't need it. But I think about sometimes bringing it to a convention, but then I'm just like, one, I don't want to carry it around. And then two, it's more trouble than it's worth. And it's like, it's also that I don't necessarily need it. There was a time when I was like heavily reliant on it, but I don't need it. Yeah. And so I just don't wanna, it's too much work.
Yeah, I understand that.
It is contractable though. You know, you can make it
Ooh.
smaller and fit it in a bag, but it's still like that's still
I hate
something
carrying around
else.
bags.
Yeah, that's still, especially if I'm in something complicated.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Like, where the hell am I gonna put it on my body? There's nowhere to put it.
Exactly. And it's a little too big for if I had like a fanny pack or like one of those over the shoulder satchel kind of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would have to be in like a regular backpack or like a messenger bag or something like that. I just don't want to deal with it. But oh, sorry, big stretch. Oh, I think with that, then we could probably wrap up.
We have been yapping for a while.
We have been yapping for quite a while. Do you have, you don't stream tomorrow, do you?
No.
What's tomorrow?
Well,
Monday?
I haven't made my schedule yet, so I have no fucking idea.
We have, oh wait, nope, that's later too. Never mind. Yeah, nothing tomorrow.
I think I have plans on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
My usual stream time, so I might be streaming tomorrow. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm gonna be figuring that out literally right after this.
Right now. I, for the rest of this week, will be doing horror games and reading horror stories.
Oh, yeah.
Very exciting, very fun. Thank you for coming on my little talk show.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Like I expected. It started as like an interview and then it devolved into us yapping about our degenerate interests.
As always. That's
Hell
that's what I'm here to supply. Thank you for letting me chronicle some of your story into my archives and add more to my bountiful collection.
I hope
cool.
other people like my story.
If they don't, which they probably do, I know I do.
Yay!
Because I always love when we get to chat. We don't get to, well, I mean, I say we don't get to chat a whole lot. It's mostly me because I'm so fucking busy.
It's like that, and then also I know, like, for me personally, my work schedule is really stupid, so it's like I'm usually never awake until it's already like close to noon.
Yeah, I'm also our time difference, so whenever whenever you're like streaming, I'm fucking going to bed.
Yeah. My schedule's a little crazy.
Yeah, there's certain days where I can like I can hang for a little bit, but then I'll rarely be in your chat. I'll like view it for a little bit and I'm like, she's having fun. Good night.
So I'm grateful for my weekends are always free because I can always do like daytime streams on the weekends. But it's like I don't like my late nights all the time, but I'm also kind of grateful for it because I can hit different time zones by that way. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. Before we go, can you
Balances
get our
out a
uppies? I don't know. I'll think about it.
Oh, I gotta get it first.
You get uppies. 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 All right, but thank you for coming, and thank you everybody else for joining us. I'm so glad I think I know about your spider lore.
I think I said something jokingly once about spiders.
I think I already know though.
I hate them.
Yeah.
I wish they'd all die.
They're important to the ecosystem.
Well, they can stay out of my fucking house.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for coming. We're probably gonna get some sleep now. I know I am.
And I'll be up for like the next few hours, but yeah.
I'll be around if you're hanging out in part of my usual. I'll be on tomorrow oh no, I'm doing a nighttime this one because we're gonna play Hamas. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. The
Yay.
spider.
This is so fucked.
Just for you. It should have been all, not look at me being like no more, but it should have been like all 8s for spider.
Oh my god, yeah.
But no. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
They're just trying to bully me.
Yeah. But thank you so much for joining me. I'll be on tomorrow night to play some Homicipher. Get that Homestuck out of here.
Boo, shame.
Boo. And everybody have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good night. Bye bye.